No, nothing unhinged has ever happened in one of my episodes.
No, that's a lie.
Definitely not.
This is a 24-year-old woman. My boyfriend, who's 30, keeps disappearing into the bathroom for an hour or more with a stick of butter, and the butter is gone when he finally comes out.
Oh no! I was like, guys, look, he could be. Oh, it's gone.
Because at first I was like, look, I love Infinity Nikki, Final Fantasy VII, Ever Crisis. Like the mobile games are on point. Fire Emblem Heroes, I can be on the toilet.
Right.
But the butter.
Some people, I hear about some people really go into the bathroom and they're there for like an hour.
I used to have
Like, it's a
stomach
thing?
problems, but even before then I would do that. I would like, as a teenager, I would have my PSP and just be like, this is like a PlayStation in my hands.
Yeah.
I'm just going to keep being here.
I haven't seen this in probably over a decade, but like there used to be like magazines in bathrooms.
Sure,
Remember
yeah.
those? Yeah.
And it's like, I'm like, people really sat and like read magazines.
Well, you
while
didn't
they-
have a phone.
Right, before phones. You're just
Right.
like chilling
Yeah.
in there.
Or you,
Reader's Digest.
Reader's Digest.
Reader's
Is that
Digest.
what it's
That's
from?
why it's called that.
Stop.
No way.
Stop. No, there's no way.
It's
called
Reader's Digest because it's for the bathroom?
I believe so.
That's such bull.
Emily, if that's not true, then you need to go on TikTok and lie and
Yeah.
spread that lie everywhere.
You gotta
because
go time
that
travel
is
and have a
so
tight five.
believable.
you're like,
Hold-
Are we gonna get an update?
She's so locked in
Someone
right
told
now.
that to you and you believed it and you have held that information.
this
for
is like an
years.
Ocean's
Yeah. How
One.
long have you been just going
Did
around
someone tell you that
spreading
in middle
these
school,
lies?
Emily? Emily, I love how often that happens to
Okay.
all of us.
But guys, all right, look, we have a big audience here. Now we have the chance to do something really funny.
We can do this.
Everyone, go out right now and tell people it's called Reader's Digest because
it used to be in
it used to be in bathrooms so you're like digesting your food and you're reading.
Yeah. To everyone watching and listening, let's spread a huge lie.
Let's do it.
But like,
we don't do that enough here.
Here's the deal. Emily, one, love the enthusiasm with which you were sharing like a fun fact, and I'm sorry that it turned so strongly on the sine wave straight to the other direction. We all have done this though. It's the thing where it's like, oh, you swallowed your gum, that's gonna take 7 years. It's like, no, it isn't. And then when you really think about it, you're like, oh, there's no way. If I ate a quarter, I'd poop it out. Like, it's all those things.
Can I say, Emily said that to us with so much conviction.
Yeah.
And she immediately goes on the computer, and it's like when they're in the elevator in Severance. I watched her entire perspective on life shift.
I've been living a lie.
That's an easy one to hold for a
okay.
long time, because when do we think about Reader's Digest? Never. All right, let's get into this story.
Yeah, let's see if this can
Dang.
stop, if this can top our
Before we
Reader's
get into
Digest.
this, what's happening with the butter?
I don't remember what happened. Oh, okay. I was like,
The boyfriend is going into the bathroom with a stick of butter. He's in there for an hour or two and comes out with no butter.
I'll tell you exactly what it is. Man just loves butter, and he's embarrassed about it. I think he's just going in there
And eating butter.
he's just going, like, you know the hot dog shooter?
yeah.
Somehow that's the most innocent option here.
I guarantee you that's what's happening. Some people just love butter.
I'm gonna pull the Rhett and Link because that was what I was gonna guess, but now to keep it interesting, I'll keep it the opposite. I think the man has a hard time with digestion issues, and he has the thought of I'm not even
Greasing it
I
up?
was gonna say greasing it up, but honestly, no, I think that's rough. I think
That's awesome, dude. No,
I was
keep
gonna
that
say it with
theory.
full conviction, but I really, honestly, I think he's just eating butter.
Okay,
I think he needs gamer fuel. I think he's playing a mobile game, and he needs energy.
2 votes for eating the butter. I'm just gonna say he's doing something else.
Shane, one way or another, it's going inside this man. I don't know if he's eating it or it's making its own way down.
man is made of butter at this point.
He's just like, it puts the butter on the skin.
Yeah, that movie was influential to a lot of people.
Oh, no.
Okay. Okay. I have been dating my boyfriend for 2 years and we finally moved in together. Ever since we moved in, I have seen a new side of him. It's a very odd issue and I can't wrap my head around what to do. At first I started to notice butter was disappearing quickly. I assumed maybe I lost track of how much we had or maybe he was cooking when I wasn't around, I don't know. But one night a few weeks ago, I saw him try to stealthily take a stick of butter from the fridge, which I pretended not to notice, and he took the butter with him into the bathroom. Now, I have noticed my boyfriend spending an hour or more of time in the bathroom since we moved in, but I never saw him take the butter before. I was so confused. When he came out of the bathroom about an hour later, I saw no sign of the butter, but I also saw he did not put the butter back in the fridge. It was gone. I tried to subtly keep an eye on him, and over a week, he did this 3 separate times, and each time a stick of butter disappeared. Finally, I said one day, "Where did all of our butter go? I hardly used any this week and it's gone." He pretended to not know and said maybe we had forgotten to buy it. I said, "No, we had 4 sticks before, now they are gone." He just acted like it was a mystery and said, "Guess we should order up some groceries."
He began sweating profusely and said, "Butter, I hardly know her." Then he ran out the front door.
He's sweating and she's just like,
Yeah.
"That's butter."
Oh, I read something about some guy that was like eating a ton of like meat and butter and cheese and like
That's keto.
He was like sweating out like white stuff out of his pores. It might be bullshit.
I'm so mad that I know that.
And do you know that Reader's Digest? No.
yeah.
By now, I was getting very confused, so I ordered groceries and made a point of saying, "Good to finally have 4 sticks of butter. This should last us quite a while."
And he's just like, yeah.
He made no comment. On the first 2 days, whenever I used a small amount of butter, I would remark about how much butter we had left. Finally, one day I saw him do it again. He took a stick of butter into the bathroom, was gone for an hour or so, and came back with no butter. I couldn't believe it. So when I made dinner, I acted shocked that 1 stick of butter was gone. He said maybe we only had 3, but he knew I'd been making a point of it. The very next day, another stick of butter was gone. I listened at the bathroom door and heard sink water running and thought I heard moaning noises. I was so confused. Finally, this time when he came out, I said, "I know he has been taking butter into the bathroom." He got all flustered and said I must be mistaken, but I said I had literally seen him take butter into the bathroom and come out without it, and that I know he's been lying to me about the quantity of butter in our fridge. He then started apologizing for being misleading, but said, "Let's just not talk about it." And when he saw I was getting mad, he said, "What if I just order my own separate private butter?"
He just needs to just tell us what you're doing with the butter.
Or if you have a butter shame of some kind, you need to have your own private stash in the first place.
Yeah.
Don't start the...
But like as a partner, I would need to know because I'm worried about this person's safety.
I know.
I think y'all
health.
just need to talk to your partners. Like, that's half of these Reddit stories is like, I was trying to solve the butter ass mystery. And I'm like, just ask. Just ask him now.
He's saying he doesn't want to talk about it, but he goes, so she's like, I was like, okay, but what are you doing with the butter? He asked me to promise him to never ask about his butter activities again and to just put it behind us. He said, just look the other way on this one thing and stressed how it is not a big deal at the end of the day. I was like, okay, I guess. But I have been so confused and even disturbed about it. Like, what is he doing with the butter? Why was he lying about it? Why won't he tell me? I don't even think he's eating it because he's not an overweight guy, and I feel like if somebody ate that much butter, they'd become hefty, but he shows no signs of it. I'm just like, who is this guy? Am I overreacting? It is just so odd. I see him in a different light, and I am not sure what to do. Should I just ignore it?
That's insane.
No,
You
do that.
you caught him butter-handed.
I think, unfortunately, this is similar. We had a story about a jar of peanut butter that, you know.
Okay.
Oh, wait.
I do
think I remember
that story.
that. Yeah. What they were doing gay stuff, right? Did I
They're
get
doing
that?
peanut butter stuff. I don't know.
Did I?
Yeah.
Oh, I thought there was some other story we listened to where it was like people in a room and they're like, oh, it's so good.
Oh, no, that was with trying hummus for the first time.
Oh, it was the hummus.
Yeah, it's like, I lied to my parents and
You're
said I
thinking
tried
of the hummus
hummus.
one.
That's right.
Link to the episode, but later.
No, so there was a story where a roommate was using a peanut butter jar for reasons and then putting it back in the pantry.
That's insane.
So my inclination is to believe
But also,
this is,
like, how was it?
we don't know. But my inclination is that this guy is using the butter for sexual purposes.
Yeah, here's my question. She's obviously looking around the bathroom after this being like, what the happened? Like, can I figure out with my Sherlock mind space what is going on here? Where's the wrapper? Butter, you cannot grab a just stick of and go. There is a wrapper.
It's
So
true.
unless he's discreetly unwrapping it, that would be. I don't think you can flush like a waxed paper.
No, you shouldn't.
Not good.
Oh, you could,
Not good for those pipes.
Yeah.
I'm also amazed.
Not good for his pipes.
He's not eating it, right?
No, we don't know that.
He
we don't
moaned.
know
You
for
can moan
sure.
while eating. I do it.
She's saying
Yeah.
she doesn't believe he's eating it, but the butter is gone.
Yes.
Now she is saying that she's heard moaning in
And the sink
bathroom.
running.
And the sink running. Now, if he's not eating it, how he's making the butter completely disappear is, I mean, this is the
The true
prestige.
magic trick.
They need to get Penn and Teller on the phone.
Yeah.
She also did have the line in there of like, I just can't believe, and I was like, it's not butter. Like, it's too well set up. So much of this is very, I will say, like, properly written of, you must be mistaken about the butter. This is all weird.
I mean, if I was a nurse, I'd be like, yeah, he put it up his butt.
Yeah.
Because like nurses, they find all sorts of crazy things up people's butt.
Totally.
All the time.
People be doing that.
Well, not butter.
But
it
I'm
melts.
still thinking dude is just eating butter and he's just ashamed of it for some reason. Like there's a lot of people that have fixations on certain kinds of foods. My friend eats rocks. So like
is your friend from Neverending Story? we clocked the same thing.
No, I was gonna say it was a mountain goat because they just like that
No.
salt.
Do they
like salt and they lick rocks.
Pigeons also eat stones.
And pigeons make milk.
What?
pigeon milk?
Yep.
Interesting.
Okay, there was one comment. Someone said, okay, what the f? And someone replied to that saying, butter is the f.
Butter might be the fuck.
Before we get into this update, there's one producer note here left by Emily. And she says, I learned a lot today about butter stuff with a unhappy face.
Butter stuff.
So the comments had a lot of theories. We're not going to read them.
Can I guess one more thing?
Go ahead.
So sorry. She said she heard moaning, but she may not recognize his moaning. I think under the sink there is a horrible monster man.
And he has to feed him butter.
He has to feed him butter because that's the most like calorie dense.
Okay,
Oh.
that's possible. Little troll down there.
I have a theory, but I don't need to express it.
I think we're about to find out anyways.
Yeah.
All right, update.
Are we finally getting it? Are we finally uncovering the mystery?
So this is posted a day later, and it's posted to Today I F***ed Up. Today I f***ed up by confronting my boyfriend who kept secretly bringing sticks of butter into the bathroom for an hour or more and coming out without the butter. This morning I said, look, yes, you should buy private personal butter for your activities, but I said, I need to know what you do with the butter. He got very quiet, and then he said, fine, I'll tell you just this once. And he told me everything. I was so mortified and confused. I cannot tell you what it is, but I will say it is a sensual activity, extremely sensual. It is definitely an inappropriate use of butter. I cannot even type what it is due to how graphic it is. On one hand, it's just butter, but on the other, I can no longer see him the same way. I am staying with my parents.
Oh.
To make matters worse, a friend of his found my other post and sent it to him saying, LOL, this must be about you. I guess he used to do it in college too, and he is furious, and now other people I know in real life know what he does with butter. He is angry at me for exposing his butter-based proclivities. Now I have probably ruined my relationship and everyone knows my business, causing me shame and humiliation. I can't believe what he does with butter though, and I don't think I can be with somebody who does things like that.
You can't say I can't believe.
She said it like 9 times.
Yeah.
I consider it a momentous fuck for me to have ever confronted him about it. This is my mistake because I can never unknow what I know. So that means that if she didn't, she'd be fine not knowing this and continuing that just knowing it, she can't.
Yeah.
To be with
yeah, because once you that changes your whole way you see somebody.
Pandora's butter.
Unfortunately, my brain is just thinking of every single possibility.
I'm thinking of
Yeah.
like 2 different. I can't think
like,
of that many things that are untypable.
I think
There's something I'm thinking of. But
Yeah, I think he's lubricating something in the bathroom and then using it.
making the water go down the sink faster.
Yeah, exactly.
Look, taking the oddness of this specific proclivity aside,
I hate it.
It's unusual. Sure, in a relationship, you are entitled to privacy. You are entitled to still have your own separate life, but there has to be communication. You know, there was no communication and obviously something happening, and there's a break in trust there. And I'm being so real about this when, you know, she was like, you're doing something that you can't tell me about, and it makes me uncomfortable because you're in there for a long time and I'm not allowed to know, and we live together. And supposedly they would keep living together for the long haul if everything works out.
Right.
So it is a lack of communication. Like, yes, it's whatever it is something that I probably haven't heard of before, and it's unusual, and we're laughing, and like, I get it. But it does, you just have to be communicative. Again.
Yeah.
Do you think he put his balls in his butt?
Shane?
What? I mean, she's specifically saying that he's doing something with the butter, right? That what he's doing to butter, she can't like move
Well,
past.
we don't know. Like maybe he just like flushes it down. I don't know.
It's a whole stick of
Because like trust
butter.
me, like if he's doing anything with that butter, like lubricating something, I'm glad he doesn't put it back.
Well, yeah, I think you missed the core concept of the issue here. It's a whole stick of butter.
Yeah.
Whatever it is, I don't think there's a shower going on after that. So like,
I don't know, man.
this
Look, man, we can think all we want. It doesn't matter.
Maybe I've got a real good sniffer for food. If I smell butter, I go, "There's butter in here." Like, I don't think you can walk around, and that's my catchphrase, and I've always said it. I don't think you can do something with butter, not shower, not leave a wrapper behind, and then just walk around and just be like, "Hey, everybody, what's up?" Be like, "I'm sorry, why do you smell literally like Pam butter spray?" Like,
I do feel bad for the guy that this somehow someone knew, and like now this is like everywhere.
But
like,
that's also not her fault.
debatably though, because I know you're going to Reddit for advice, but we all know it's pretty damn public at this point. And like, again, he should have communicated with his romantic partner that he's living with, not shaming him for that, but like, it is his own private business, whether it's the butt or not. It's like, who cares? That's your business, that's your life.
Yeah.
It does suck that whatever it is can't be typed, and now his friends know.
I guess on that note, her first post, when she's truly innocently like, I don't know what's going on here, this is so confusing, and she doesn't think it's gonna be anything. But the second post, she does go, and she's posting that, oh, people have already found out who he is, but then also still posting publicly saying what he's doing with it is so wild, I can't think of him the same way. So she is kind of doubling down.
What if he is just eating it, you know? And
she's
he's
just
like,
shocked by
I
that.
can't ever look at you the same way again.
She's like, you're not supposed to eat it, you're supposed to shove it up your butt.
You'll
Like
get the
a
calories if you eat it.
This story, because it's about the butter, it's funny. I think there's a very real version of this story of like when it comes to what people are into, like any activities they do. And it's tough because in a relationship, people might discover something about their partner. Their partner might even share it willingly and be like, hey, I can't, this is hard for me to handle.
Absolutely.
I'm not into this.
Yep.
Yeah.
And that's okay for it to be a deal breaker. But it's also like the guy needs to find someone who's okay with what he does with butter.
And maybe even can be a participant in some way. And there might
exactly.
be
Yeah.
someone out there.
The world is large. There's somebody else
Look,
there
man.
that likes putting butter up their butt, I'm sure.
And you know what? I've actually heard a stand-up comedian make a joke about that, like offhandedly, which makes me think like, oh, maybe that is a thing.
There's a community out there.
There's probably a community out there.
Little
Our next
butter
one comes-
boys.
Our next one comes from r/littlebutterboys.
I don't think my boss knows that I know there's a camera in my office.
Oh
my God.
God.
Holy shit.
Um.
Wow.
Wait, was this posted from Smosh? Was this posted from a Smosh employee?
Luckily,
Did they?
we don't have.
Did they find out? Did they
I
find
will
out?
say, I do want a fun little. Oh, this happened, recently.
Oh yeah.
I over the course of a month, I slowly hid fake bananas in Ian's office.
Yeah.
I would tape them underneath things. I would hide them, stash them in his couch. There was close to about 30 bananas in his office, and they were in there for days, and he had no idea.
That's actually why I wanted to buy Smosh again, is because I wanted to own those bananas.
Yeah, specifically
Yeah.
just the bananas.
Yeah.
Well, they're back in my office
Oh,
again.
good.
Yeah.
I'm glad we own 30
Fake
very,
bananas.
very Okay, they're fake.
They're like styrofoam. You know,
Yeah.
the ones that are like in like,
They'll last forever.
they'll be good forever.
Yeah.
Yeah, forever.
And they're an investment.
Yeah.
I don't know where to start because I'm not even sure if this is weird or not. It's weird.
It's already weird, yeah.
Yeah.
I started at this new job not long ago, and since the first day, I've known there was a camera in my office. I don't think it's necessarily weird to have cameras in an office setting. There's cameras in all sorts of places for all kinds of reasons, but the camera in my office isn't any sort of built-in fixture. And my individual office room is the only office with a camera in it. On my first day of the job, I realized my boss was too aware of my actions. He said something to me that threw me off, and I knew he wouldn't have brought it up unless he had been watching me do something. It was just too coincidental. But it was casual at the same time, so it wasn't a direct allusion to the camera he has. But immediately after the incident, I scanned around the room, and I found a camera nestled into a cubby with a small wire that led into his adjacent office.
Bro.
My other boss has also indirectly responded to my actions in the group chat. The few times I had spent an excessive amount of time on my phone were times that the, hey guys, let me know if you guys need anything to work on. I know things are slow, messages would trickle in. Anything that seemed to hint at me being watched was also said or done ambiguously enough that they weren't revealing anything about being able to see me, as if I'm not supposed to know I'm being watched, and that's what is unsettling to me. The camera is pointed directly at me, not the door, not the front of my desk, not anywhere else that would make sense for security. I've looked at everyone else's office and didn't see a single camera. The camera is pointed specifically at me, and I don't even deal with money or anything that could be stolen. I don't know if I should bring this up. I'm not entirely mad, and I guess I understand the reasoning, like making sure I'm on task or some shit. It just bothers me a little that I can be watched whenever, and they never even disclose that. I feel like someone being constantly monitored has the right to know that they are, especially since I'm the only one being watched like this. I at least used it to my advantage because I at least know not to be on my phone, LOL. So, in the comments, we can glean that she states that she is a 22-year-old woman.
Yep.
If we feel that's important.
Yeah, I was a little curious about if it was a woman.
Yeah.
I have a favorite part about all this.
Yeah.
Just how much time
Yep.
are these people spending watching
Watching
her
Yep.
do nothing and complaining about her doing nothing?
That's management, baby. That's what being a manager is all about. You just watch other people work.
Or not work.
I am kind of surprised at her reaction.
Yeah,
like how chill she is?
I'm actually like
being
I'm actually kind
extremely
of
chill.
disappointed.
Yeah.
I would just be like, turn the camera away.
Yeah, first
I would turn the camera away and then see if it gets moved back.
Yeah.
See if anyone says anything.
Yeah.
And be like, hey, you didn't disclose that. That is illegal.
Yeah.
If I moved it and I saw it get moved back, I would then go to HR.
Yeah,
I'd be like,
immediately.
hey, there's a camera in my office.
Yeah.
I moved it away. It keeps me getting moved back. That's illegal. It is illegal.
I wonder if it's like a trial that they run on like new employees. Like,
should still be disclosed.
But it's disclosed.
I
disclose
agree.
it.
Either way, it's gross. Like, and I think a lot of companies nowadays are obsessed with productivity and efficiency, and especially in the time of like remote work, I've heard of like companies like installing software on computers that will like track the person's productivity, which is crazy because like I think humans have always been as productive as ever, but now we have technology to hold people to account. So it's like even like back in the day, you know, like maybe in the 50s when corporate office jobs were just starting, I'm sure people weren't working, you know, nonstop from sitting down in their chair to leaving home.
Right.
Yeah.
And now there's this expectation of like that's what it needs to be, and you have to always be working. And now we have technology to hold you to that account. It's like it's scary.
It's weird. I also think creating a environment of distrust is not going to create trust amongst
Exactly.
your employees and everything.
And I think the best way for people to feel motivated to work is when they feel trusted, when they feel respected, when they feel like they can work at a pace that works for them as long as they get the work done, you know, that kind of thing. But to say you need to always be working 100% of the time and I'm going to watch you to make sure,
It's weird, and I also feel like how you monitor production is just like, hey, did you do your job? You did it.
Yeah.
I don't care when you did it, how you did it, like you did it. Like we can see what needs to be done.
And if your job is to be the one to like make sure that somebody else is pulling the lever, then that's a bullshit job.
Yeah, you're the one without the job if you're sitting there just watching
Yeah,
someone
they're
else.
justifying their job by saying, I'm monitoring the people.
And this is us having the best assumption of why they have
We're being very
cameras.
charitable here.
We're being
yeah.
extremely
Oh yeah,
charitable
we haven't.
here.
Yeah, I mean, we haven't even like brushed the the fact that she's like a 22-year-old woman.
And it
It's
could be
like-
just a completely creepy,
Yeah.
awful reason. The tough thing legally also is that we're in California. The laws are a certain way here. The laws are different per state, different per country. So I know audio, you can't, it's two-party consent. So they can't record the audio. This is similar laws to us here in California. But video, I guess, it might be legal. I don't know, but if that needs to be disclosed or not is the question.
It still provides so much, or it still brings so much distrust.
Oh my God, it's still stupid as hell.
Yeah.
I'm just like, it's just so disappointing, like hearing how okay with it this person is, and I think that kind of gives you an idea of like where we are.
Yeah.
Right now. Like people are like, no, it's fine.
I know. I feel like if people just drew a hard line about that, I'm just like, no, never gonna work in a situation like that.
Yeah.
But I also know people, like they get a job, they're like, I need this job.
Sure.
But
Yeah.
So I have some comments here. Anytime you are finished with a task and waiting for another one, spend excessive amounts of time staring into the camera. Someone else said, yes, and don't blink at all. Just stare vacantly, directly into the camera. Someone else said, is this your office? Place a nice plant/object in the way of the camera to decorate. If the decoration is moved, ask why. Someone else said, put a hardcover copy of 1984.
No, you know what would be epic is if you took a picture of yourself from that vantage point, printed it out, and then put it in front of the
Oh, that's a super smart move.
Or you get a looping video
Yeah.
of you just working.
I
Always productive.
thought you were going to say to put a copy of Goatsy in front of it.
Oh,
and then
yeah.
put Goatsy in front of it, and then wait, and all of a sudden you hear from the next office, you just hear, oh my God!
and they can't complain, or else they have to admit it, right?
He walks over, vomit on his shirt.
He's like, you seem pretty busy spreading your asshole. Sorry.
All right, so there's an update here. Oh God, I wonder what's gonna happen. I wasn't expecting so many responses. I genuinely appreciate how concerned everyone is about whether or not I'm okay. It makes me feel good knowing a lot of people care about a stranger's well-being. I've seen a lot of comments asking for an update, so this is really the most I have of one. Nothing has changed yet. I haven't brought it up to them because part of me is wondering if they'll eventually remove it. I was curious to see if they would ever bring it up themselves or if I could find a way to hint at the fact that I know. I sort of want them to stay unaware that I know so I can see how they act in response to my actions, to potentially call it out in the future. The top comment is pretty funny about staring into the camera. There were a few times where something ridiculous would happen with something and I'd stare into the camera for a moment as if I was breaking the fourth wall. LMAO.
Like, what do they think
Jim
they're
from
in
The Office?
The Truman Show? Is that what they think this is?
I don't think I'm going to bring it up just yet. I actually really like working here. I get along with my coworkers, and they pay me decently for what I do. For everyone asking, yes, I'm a woman. I don't think this is as much of a sexual harassment case as it is just a micromanaging thing. They haven't done or said anything to me to make me feel like they were hitting on me, just genuine politeness. My guess for the camera is that they're maybe testing my integrity and seeing how much time I spend on my phone, even out of view of other people. Which I could understand, but wow, I wish there was another way besides a camera on me. There's been a few other micromanagey things that have irked me a little, but I still like my bosses in spite of that. If something changes, like if I start getting the vibe that this is becoming creepy, I'll keep you guys updated. Oh, and also a few things I wanted to mention that a lot of people had ideas about. You guys had good ideas, by the way. Due to where it's at, it would be really hard to cover the camera with anything. I can't exactly reach it, so I'd have to find something like maybe a wide shelf that would block view from underneath it. The wire runs into my boss's office. You can't see the wire from mine, so I'd have to take a pic of it from inside his office, so I don't know if I'm able to evidence collect too easily. I'm also trying to be a bit vague with details because I got a little paranoid about the idea of my bosses somehow coming across this thread. Anyways, I appreciate you guys, and I'm sorry I don't have more thrilling update. I'll let you know if anything changes. this camera must be in a very obvious place, I feel like.
And high up.
It must be, if it's really out in the open and just there, then it's like, okay, they're not trying to hide it.
So weird to
It's
not
so
say
weird.
anything about it.
It's so weird.
It sounds like at this point she's just curious to know what happens. She's
so chill, man. She's like,
Time
oh,
to go
yeah.
see that camera.
They're watching my every move.
Yeah.
Anyways.
Anyway, boop, 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 boop.
She kind of gave some details in the comments of what the camera looks like. It's like rectangular, sorta, longer vertically than it is horizontally. The lens doesn't poke outward. It's flush with the rest of the body, so from first glance, it could be mistaken as a speaker. I can't reach high enough to put something to cover it, and it's an abnormal place to decorate, so it'd be obvious I was trying to cover it.
It seems crazy to me to even try to cover it. Like,
yeah.
like if she likes the job and the people are reasonable, I think it's okay to just ask. Like, what is that camera
She could
doing
even
there?
play dumb if she's like not sure it's a camera. If it's like, oh, it looks like a speaker, just be like, I was just so curious, what is that?
Yeah.
And then be like, oh, I don't.
It is. It is strange though, because I feel like the moment, I don't know if it's because I'm a guy or it's different because of any other reasons, but I'd immediately be like, is that a camera in my office? I feel like I would just ask right away.
I would feel so, I wouldn't feel, I'd be so out of my element if I knew that there was a camera on me.
Yeah.
We don't know her work experience. This could be new for her, and she
like
could be
fresh
like,
out of
oh, this is normal for
college.
corporate
Yeah.
Or she
America.
thinks she might lose her job if she asks too.
Yeah, that's true. Can
Threatening
be
for her livelihood.
Yeah.
So.
intimidating. So I don't know, but hopefully she eventually asks.
I hope so.
I hope.
for my benefit.
I know.
I want to know.
You want the update?
I want to know.
Update. I don't think my boss knows that I know there's a camera in my office. Okay. There's no HR, but the camera was removed thanks to IT. So as previously stated, I still never said anything about the camera. I wasn't really comfortable with it, but I got used to being conscious of my actions so they weren't seeing anything I didn't want them to. There also isn't some sort of HR to talk to about this or anything like that. But our IT guy came in and he asked my boss about it. I wasn't in the room, so I didn't hear the entire conversation, but the first thing I heard was my boss saying that the camera was there before my office ever was. Something about using it to see the front door originally, I guess. That was a weird excuse to me, though, because I've been there for at least 2 months at this point, and there's no way they could have accidentally watched me as much as it felt like they had been. Hearing the conversation out loud also confirmed beyond a shadow of a doubt that it was a camera and that I wasn't paranoid. The IT guy must have felt some type of way about it because I didn't hear what he said, but I heard my boss say something about, well, it's not like I was just watching her in her office, in a sort of quieter, sheepishly defensive way. Nobody said anything to me while they were removing it. They took it from his side, not mine, but they instead put it where it would be facing the front door. This happened just over a week ago. I haven't posted an update until now because I was waiting to see if the camera would be put back. I really wanted to see if they were going to put it back a few days after IT left because that would have been wild. But it's been over a week now. The camera is still away from me. It'll take some time before I stop feeling like I'm being watched all the time, though. I'm really curious what the guy said to my boss, whether he said something about it not being allowed or if he called it flat out creepy, haha. But I'm glad he did say something as it got resolved without me ever having to say anything. I'd like to think he low-key had my back. I've still just been acting as if I've never known and haven't said anything about it. And work carries on. Also, it's so wild that this story got put in a Smosh video. Holy shit. I heard the news back to back. First, the, hey, Smosh just bought their channel back, at the same time as, hey, your post is in a new Smosh video. I made this post mostly to vent because I couldn't tell if I had the right to feel so weird about this situation because everyone in my personal circle says it isn't that weird. So it's so nice that so many strangers are validating how I feel. To hear people talk about my experience on a public platform was a little surreal, I won't lie. This got so much more traction than I was ever expecting, but it makes me feel better. So thank you, genuinely. My experience feels validated and it feels heard, and I feel better because of it. I'm still going to stay at this job because I still like everyone here and I enjoy my field, but now I'll be doing it under a little less surveillance, LOL. If the camera comes back, I'll let you know.
Wow.
Yeah, so.
My boss apologized by putting a teddy bear in its place. Thankfully, it's always there.
Yeah.
Sorry about that whole camera thing, but I hear you're a big fan of cameras, so we got you one right here.
What was that? It said I love you.
There's one comment here. I saw this post from the Smosh Pit channel. I did like the many comments on the last post, including staring into the camera. I hope they'll do an update video and we'll all be famous here. Been watching them since 6/6/2013 and still watching them today. As for the OP, I'm glad the camera's gone for now. You'll let us know if it returns. Your boss saying, well, it's not like I was just watching her in her office, kind of sounds like they're lying and could have been watching you the whole time. Try bringing it up next time you're called into their office. I want to hear the deets now. OP responded, I was absolutely flabbergasted seeing it on the Smosh channel. They were the OG famous YouTubers. It was cool to see them responding to my story and talking about me. I do still check the office for cameras because I still get paranoid, but so far so good. If I ever bring it up to them, I'm definitely making an update. Yeah, if there's ever a camera, if you suspect there's a camera, watch some Smosh videos in your office and see if your boss brings it up.
Yeah, can you put your boss on the camera real quick? We just want to talk to him.
You know what's funny is they're like stoked that we read this post on this video. I'm also a little starstruck that we got mentioned in a Reddit.
Yeah.
I don't know.
I feel so special. I feel seen.
Yeah, it actually
weird...
feels trippy because I've been a lurker on Reddit for like years and years.
Right.
So to see like just to be mentioned on like a random subreddit, not the Smosh subreddit, like that's you know, that's makes sense, but it's weird.
That's funny.
It's absolutely wild. It's sort of like we've reached documentary territory where like the aspect of by observing something, you are now changing it. Mm-hmm. There's no such thing as like pure observation. Mm-hmm. You know, like being observed in your office via a camera and how you can't work normal anymore. I don't know what y'all said on the first episode, but I do just want to say to anybody out there who feels like something's a little bit off with your work situation, even if it's your first job, you're just like, I don't know if this is how it's supposed to be. You got to trust your gut and stick up for yourself. And I know it's hard. But we are controlled through the fear of like, well, I guess we'll take your employment away. Like, you are in the right, and there's no other way that would be excusable. Even if it was just like left over from another office. Can you imagine like, oh my God, why is there this like pit of like meat slurry? It's like, oh, sorry, this used to be a butcher's shop and we changed it. We forgot to remove that pit of meat in the corner. Like, it doesn't apply.
Yeah, because at the very least, she didn't even feel like she could ask the question.
That sucks
like, you should be able to go and be like, hey, is that a camera in my office? Am I being watched?
And I'm sorry you felt that way. Like, it's not your fault. You didn't do anything wrong. This is all...
But we gotta say, good guy IT.
Yeah.
Good guy IT.
All right. I'm glad she has a Tim.
I'll say this, neutral guy IT. Because unless you're actively working to fix the problem, like reporting the dude, you're just sort of letting things carry on as normal.
I mean,
I guess not.
It's still been a couple days, but...
It's just like, what a weird thing for the boss to be like, it's not like I was watching her or anything. Like,
that's
why do you even have to
suspicious
like
thing.
Defend like why the camera? I don't know. It's just so
There's like
weird.
8 CRTVs on the walls. He's just like, yes, good. Nothing.
Yeah,
It's odd. It's weird.
It sounds...
The camera was there before it was an office?
Because they moved the front door on account of it wasn't an office before, because they moved the front door, and that's why it was there. I wasn't watching her.
To this all this point, she said, I couldn't tell if I had the right to feel so weird about this situation because everyone in my personal circle says it isn't that weird.
That's insane.
Guys, that's weird.
That's insane.
There's no, if you have your own personal office somewhere, they're not allowed to record you in it. Or at the very least, without, look, at least without them telling you. Like, them to try to keep it a secret makes it all super weird. No, and it's very clear from the get-go of this one and what the boss is saying that it was weird. It was not professional in any sort of means. I can't believe, that is sad that her personal circle's like, yeah, that's not weird.
Yeah, to that end, original poster, I'm so glad that you're enjoying Smosh videos. Thank you so much. You get a snack. We want to talk to your friends real quick. Good? If anything happens to her, it's on you.
Look, I mean, I do know a lot of people, and I can tend to be the type of person that like lets things slide. That I'm just like, if it's happening to me, I'll be like, oh yeah, whatever. But no, it's weird. That's a weird thing, and you have to stand up for it because, and I know it's scary, but like even if it's okay for you, then it might happen for someone else, and it's just you normalize that behavior and you need to call it out. It
wonder
is
if
scary
it's-
though.
Yeah, I'm trying to think of like a situation where like employees would think it's okay and like normal to be filmed, and I guess it's like I'm guessing like because this person's young, their friends are young, they might work in service industries where there's
Yeah.
security cameras,
Right.
like and like
Yeah.
if you're working as like a cashier or whatever, like there's oftentimes security cameras, so that's probably the context in which they're thinking. But in an office environment, there's no reason to be filming a person
Yeah.
in their cubicle.
I
That's
do think it's
freaky.
I could see if I was in my early 20s, new to the workforce, like in a new job, I wouldn't question things. Like you wouldn't. I could see myself being that way. But if something makes you uncomfortable, you need to feel you have the right to at least ask about it.
I do
for
think
sure.
we'd be remiss though if we didn't bring this up. Like we are 3 cis men. The original poster is a woman, right?
Yes.
There is an aspect there of like power dynamic difference,
Totally.
and like we might not think like, oh, we're being watched, it's creepy, but like if you're a young woman in the workplace,
Absolutely.
there is a real possibility that a boss could be creeping on you.
Oh,
like not that it
totally.
doesn't happen to men, but like it's just more of like a society
No.
has shown you this can already happen a bunch kind of thing.
Right. I was just saying for anyone who's
Oh, for
young
sure.
and in the workspace, you just go, oh, this must be how
Sure.
this workspace is,
Yeah.
and it's like
That was
no.
more of a general comment, not
Of
to like
course.
Shane.
Of course, of course.
Sorry.
Am I overreacting? She shit with me in the shower.
Oh, okay. I'm gonna need some more details.
All right. I actually think this. I'm trying to gauge what exactly is happening here. I think some
it a-
people
is it
could
a
be
waffle
divided.
Wait,
Stop.
did she shit in the? Okay,
No,
hold on.
I'm like, there's many versions of this.
I wanna, cause I wanna. Okay. Yeah.
This is so interesting because it could mean so many things.
Yeah.
Hello, long-time lurker, first-time poster. Throw away because I don't want this affiliated with my main. I, a 22-year-old woman, have been dating this girl, a 21-year-old woman, for about 3 months, and it's been great. The only red flag I've seen before this was she was a bit messy, leaving things without putting them away, including trash. Anyway, yesterday,
Sorry. I'm so sorry. I'm just like, I know what's coming. I feel like I know what's coming.
Anyway, yesterday we went to a karaoke club, got super wasted, and she spilled her drink all over us. No big deal. We went to my apartment, we were in the shower, nothing sexy or anything. We were too drunk for that. But I remember looking down and there was a streak on the bottom of the shower, and I asked her what it was. I shit you not, she said, oopsie, I did a poopsie,
Yes. Yes.
and pushed a ball of shit into the drain with her tongue.
that's wife. That is wife material right
No!
there. Oop.
No,
in the moment.
She didn't even poop in her hand and throw it in the toilet. She didn't even poop in her hand and throw it in the toilet.
I didn't know what to say. I kind of just stood there. This chick really just pooped.
And she waffle stomped.
And
too.
she did.
It doesn't sound like she almost stopped. It sounded like she like
did a little
diddled
toe.
it. Oh no!
She booped the poop.
Boop the poop. She booped the poop.
God, Eric. I told myself that she was drunk and we could talk about it tomorrow. Today. Fast forward to this morning. When we woke up, I could not get what I saw yesterday out of my head. I tried to keep it light and laughed about the pooping, but I tried to keep it light and laugh about the pooping, maybe try to get it into the toilet in the future. And she goes on to explain that she just feels comfortable with me and doesn't want to hide who she is anymore.
No! 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 Break up! Break up! Break up! It's over! It's over! Send her to the dark realm.
I don't want to hide who I am anymore. The trash man. I throw trash all over the ring. I asked if she poops in the shower all the time. She does. I asked if she could refrain from doing so in my shower, and she agreed. I just feel like I can't move past this and look at her the same and kind of want to break up with her. Am I overreacting? All right.
Okay.
Can we let's spin back real quick.
Okay.
Because what I thought this was maybe gonna be is the more normal version of this.
Where you're in the shower and then she.
Where you're in the
poops in
shower
toilet.
and
Use the
someone comes
toilet.
in and they use the toilet,
Which
right?
is fine.
Same.
Which I think I feel like there's plenty of relationships out there where they go, that's normal.
Yeah,
And then there's
sure.
plenty of relationships where I feel like they go, no. Like, but I'm like, this is, I've said this before, my view on relationships is like, it's like those day-to-day things that are huge, right? Where it's like how you view the bathroom, how you guys share the bathroom together. Do you shut the bathroom door? Do you
Right.
leave the bathroom door open? this is all, and
This
the
is
way
a
they entered this
different
arena,
bag.
and she is saying, hey, this is who I am. And look, when someone tells you who they are,
Believe
them,
Oh,
even if they're,
no.
definitely when they're shitting actively while they say it.
Oh my God.
Like she has to know it's not normal to poop in the shower and then waffle stomp it down the drain.
Oh,
like she has to know. So then like for her to just like fling it upon her girlfriend.
Don't say these words. Don't say fling.
Rather than like, you know, maybe approach it and be like, hey babe, so like this is something that I like to do. Like, yeah, that's crazy.
By the way, the poop in a hand thrown in the toilet, it's a joke. It's something that I heard from someone, and I thought it was so funny, and I just love repeating it to whenever there's an opportunity.
Monkeys do
There's
it.
a famous.
Throw it in the toilet?
Oh,
There's a very.
Yeah.
Throw it.
There's a very famous online clip of a guy not like that's what he was doing for all his life, and he didn't realize that wasn't normal. It's actually so we've read a lot.
Yeah.
And this is a thing where people like
Yeah, we have.
because it's not something people discuss in an adulthood or just even at a certain point, people have very unique bathroom habits that were probably normalized in their family growing up.
Right.
And then they never learned that it wasn't normal
But
because
then-
it's not discussed.
For sure. And that's fine. Everybody's got their routine. But then when another person is in the shower with you, it becomes a different thing.
Yeah.
I want to know, does she wash her legs? Like, is she the type to just do like pits and bits and hair, or does she? Yeah. And in what? And
Shits,
what like
pits, shits.
Yeah.
Here's the thing.
And then
like,
what does she do first? Does she shit first and then wash? Because I feel like that would be the
Yeah,
same.
that'd be
we're
what
really
you have to
going
do.
into this, huh? So, but let's assume we've got some people in the chat who do this. Let's assume.
I don't know if I
assume
don't
that
know.
Let's
people are
just
here.
state right now, the shower drain is not built for these activities.
We have
the
to have at
toilet,
least-
let me finish my poop etiquette. The toilet is built in a sense where the material, there's things they're not supposed to catch on these pipings and things because that's a lot of bacteria that could build up. The shower drain cannot handle that. It can barely handle, like, piss. Or like, it can handle piss. I don't know what I'm saying. But you know what I'm saying? God, delete the piss part.
Not my piss.
Hair.
It can barely handle hair. It can barely handle freaking conditioner sometimes, or an exfoliant. God forbid I use an exfoliating wash. But like, so just understand if you are a shower pooper, that's what's happening.
I'm very excited. I'm very excited to look at the comments because you know we're gonna have a few comments of plumber here. Actually,
Actually, it's healthier.
Actually,
to
go
shit
for it.
pipe
standing up.
scientist here. Actually,
I also like. I'm curious. Like, was she just full standing or did she take a squat?
I think she was standing.
Yeah.
That's wild. Does it
It
just roll
sounds
down your leg?
uncomfortable. Sounds uncomfortable as hell.
I just can't fathom. Like, maybe she'd been doing that like in her shower,
Probably.
like without him for a long time, and just you would never know.
Yeah,
People
and they've
go
been
by
dating for 3
themselves.
months. So like
3 months.
in 3 months, so that
That's
means
a lot of-
she,
that's
that
a
means
lot of
she was
showers.
not shitting in the shower, unless they had not showered together. But I don't know. This just seems like a brand new behavior that she is revealing to her.
Yeah.
The comments, the verdict, not overreacting. Fair. Comments, nope. She is just a nasty, disgusting person.
Oh.
I don't care how comfortable people are with each other. Pooping in the shower is gross, and that should never, ever happen. And that she is so cavalier about it, just too much. You can never unsee that. Someone replied to that saying, right? This is just completely unacceptable. What else has she been keeping under wraps from OP? That's a serious hygiene/sanitary issue that can't be overlooked. Even if the girlfriend washed her feet and bleached the shower and her
Right.
feet afterwards, it still wouldn't make it okay.
Yeah.
Not to mention that OP said she's not good about picking up after herself, including trash. Chances are she is not bleaching her shower every time she poops in there. I just can't wrap my head around this not overreacting that it's common. Run, OP, run. Someone said, by the title, I was thinking girlfriend took a shit in the toilet while she was taking a shower. I'd prefer someone to wait until I was out of the bathroom, but if they couldn't hold it, it wouldn't be a deal breaker. In the shower with me? No, just no. And then on top of that, it wasn't a drunken one-off? Gross. I couldn't get past that. OP responded, you really can't. It's been replaying in my head today. I just don't find her attractive anymore.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
and she is into foot stuff.
What?
Oh no.
I put that toe in my mouth
No!
before.
No!
Shane, no, you did not just say that. Shane, you did not just say that. Take it back. Take it back. Take it back. You're ranking us. You didn't say that. That's not.
No, look, I was gonna say I hope she's not into feet stuff. And
She's into foot stuff.
bro, no.
No.
She's into foot stuff.
And we don't know if she's bleaching her feet afterwards.
She's stinky.
That meme of the wolf ripping the shirt. She's into foot stuff.
Oh my God, she's stinky.
Dude, when your
girl.
girlfriend is a waffle stomper and a foot person.
Please,
Man,
please,
that's
please,
crazy.
Please, I'm begging.
Your girlfriend's putting a lot of boyfriends to shame right now.
Yeah.
Damn.
Holy crap.
Like at the start of this story, I thought what it was going to be is like the OP, like shit themselves in the shower on accident, and then the girlfriend in solidarity shit herself. I was like, oh baby, it's okay. And I've been like, oh, that's really disgusting, but like sweet. But no.
No.
There's no redeeming this person.
Sorry, your girlfriend's straight out of Resident Evil.
Yeah, no, you're gonna create a monster.
Yeah.
Like.
That's how the T-virus formed.
Oh my God, that's toxic waste. That's dangerous.
You're putting it in your mouth.
And you're
Put that girl on the train wreck poop cruise.
Oh my God, yeah. She was the one who started it all.
She started the poop cruise.
She went, "Pff, this is elementary shit to me.
Yeah.
Oh, where I belong.
Yeah.
I'm in my element.
How was the cruise? Amazing.
Yeah.
There's one last comment. You cannot spend your life with somebody that shits on the floor and mashes it down the drain with their foot. I feel like this isn't a thing that even needs to be verbalized.
Oh
Yeah,
my
man.
God. Oh,
That is
my
a
God.
open and shut case.
That might be one of the wildest stories I think we've.
It's been a minute since we've had like just egregious, like an immediate egregious behavior like that.
Mm-hmm.
Wow. All right.
So I guess she's like single now, or.
Ian.
Am I the asshole for trying to help my girlfriend without hurting her feelings? Okay.
Good start.
Okay.
Nothing wrong here.
I, a 32-year-old man, have been in a relationship with my girlfriend, a 24-year-old woman, for almost 3 years now. When we first got together, she was pretty overweight and struggling with her self-esteem, depression, and anxiety. Over time, she started to work on herself, both physically and mentally. I've been incredibly proud of her progress and how far she's come. Lately, though, I noticed that she's been putting on some weight again, and it's been affecting her mental health. She's mentioned feeling down about her body image, and her struggles with anxiety and depression have resurfaced. I genuinely care for her, and I don't want to see her suffer like this. I thought about talking it out, but I knew it would just devolve into asking if I'm still attracted to her. And truthfully, I have lost some attraction over the last month or so, though she does still look amazing for the most part. I thought it would be... Yeah, I know.
Sorry, it's the for the most part.
Yeah,
for me.
it's...
Okay.
I thought it would be better to take a more subtle approach, so I've started adding small amounts of sawdust to her food.
No.
That I've never been more caught off guard by a sentence. I'm sorry, I thought I would take a more subtle approach, so I've started adding small amounts of sawdust to her food. The idea being it would help her feel fuller faster and encourage her to eat less without her knowing. I was trying to prevent her from falling back into her previous state of depression and anxiety. Unfortunately, my brother, a 30-year-old man, caught me in the act, and he was shocked/angry. He told me... Look, he told me I was being manipulative and abusive, which, okay, a little shady maybe, but abusive is a serious stretch. Now my brother is giving me an ultimatum. He wants me to tell my girlfriend what I've been doing by the end of the week, or he'll tell her himself. He believes she deserves to know the truth. I think what I've been doing is enough to help her without causing her unnecessary pain by revealing what I've done. She's already lost a few pounds. I told him I would stop, and I believe that should be sufficient. I don't see the point of telling her and potentially destroying the progress she's made. My brother thinks I'm completely in the wrong and that my girlfriend deserves the truth, but I genuinely believe I was doing what I thought would be best for her, and I don't see it as a malicious act. Am I really the jerk for trying to help my girlfriend in this way, or is my brother overreacting? Should I tell my girlfriend what I've been doing or keep it to myself to spare her feelings? I need honest opinions here. Please keep in mind that telling her upfront that she's put on weight could seriously set back her mental health.
Okay, well, first off,
Sometimes you get a story that you're just like,
I want to go to bed. Like I don't know how to continue my day.
I think we're missing some serious context here. I need to know, is this sawdust organic?
That's a good point.
yeah, is it keto?
Yeah.
Keto sawdust? Let me read this comment really quick. You're the asshole. You are poisoning her food. OP responded, it wasn't poison. It was sawdust. I could see if I was adding laxatives or something, but plenty of processed foods use sawdust as a filler. I thought it was a safe way to reduce her caloric intake.
So I think it's cellulose. I think because that was the whole thing with Subway bread. Like people were like Subway bread has sawdust because it's cellulose. That they,
Got it.
I think that's.
I
What
will
it
say
is.
sawdust has a lot of fiber. Ha cha 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 cha.
Cha-cha.
That's bad. Like that's
so insane.
He's-
That's like also just like robbing her of like the agency to
Oh, yeah.
it's yet another story here where we see like a man looking at his partner and being like, I love her so much. She's so sweet. I'm doing these crazy things to her because I love her so much. Like, that's not love, that's control. And I also want to point out, like, look, sometimes age differences are fine. Sometimes it works out. But as the age difference gets bigger, there's more of a chance for it to be like, this is a little creepy and a little controlling. So when they got together, he was 29, she was 21. It's an 8-year age gap. And he's also like, yeah, her self-esteem was terrible, and there's an 8-year age difference. I'm like, well, you have all the power and control you could ever want. Good Lord.
Yeah.
And now he's like, yeah, I'm feeding her secretly. It's just, that's an unhealthy situation.
Super
No, it's
creepy.
super
It's
insane.
horrifying.
It's insane. Look, reading these Reddit stories, I do notice a correlation of when dudes are dating a woman much younger than them, there's often controlling habits
Yeah.
from these men.
Like, I know
do
better
notice that
kinda,
they're
yeah.
like, I can help her, I can fix this, I know, like, and it's like, then that's not a relationship to be in. Like if you believe you're superior to your partner, no, that's not good. That's not
awful.
healthy. It's a bad
Yeah.
mindset. That's controlling.
Also, I guess it should be noted, if you want to lose weight, don't do sawdust.
Oh my God.
Don't eat sawdust.
Like, don't
That's-
eat sawdust.
if you're feeling like shit, don't eat sawdust. That's gonna make you
sawdust is
feel
not gonna
worse.
make you feel better.
It's so sad because like so much is tied to people's weight, and everybody has so much baggage tied to that in your own personal journey. And I don't know anybody who's ever like not questioned their own weight, and certain people have like really troubled histories with that. So for him to basically be implementing what would be the result of like an eating disorder onto this person without their knowledge, it's truly horrific on so many levels.
Yeah, I don't
And
know
what
if I've ever heard of a secondary eating disorder before.
Munchausen's by proxy, but
He
like,
literally is like Munchausen's by proxy in her in a weird way. Someone commented being like, you are the asshole. For starters, I understand that you're trying to help her in your own way, but please never add things to people's food without their consent. She could have been allergic, or, I mean, it's sawdust. I'm adding splinters to her oatmeal.
I mean, actually.
Someone commented saying, like, have you made similar comments to her that might be making her feel this way? And he said, no, I would never say something like that to her. I know how damaging it could be. I was trying to take a two-pronged approach, if that makes sense. I thought if we had healthy habits and she saw immediate results, it would help her stay motivated. We only have this story.
Sawdust and healthy.
We only have
not-
this story to go off of, but he's talking a lot about like, oh, but it makes her mental health and all this stuff. And I'm just like, it sounds to me like you care more about this than her. And I think I don't know. That's my assumption based on this story from his perspective that she can, and he even admitted like, yeah, and it's affected my attraction for her. I think he cares about her weight and he's trying to use a bunch of excuses.
I think he cares about her weight a lot, and I also think not speaking to her is for him more than her. He's like, if I bring this up to her because he's afraid to admit to her that it matters to him, which, yeah, that sucks, but like he's afraid to bring it up, then she's going to be mad at me or feel sad, and then things are going to get worse for me. Like, none of this is from a place of love. It's from a place of, like, ownership.
Yeah.
And it's really gross.
It's also a crime.
It's a crime.
It is.
100%.
I think this is a full-on crime.
Putting sawdust in food?
Yeah. I would imagine this. At the very least, she needs to get out of this. I hope his brother tells her, and I hope she runs for the hills. You're right about the cellulose, but is OP using cellulose or literal sawdust?
Yeah.
We don't know. What happens, though, if you eat sawdust? Sawdust is a human carcinogen. Eating sawdust can lead to intestinal blockages as well as other gastrointestinal issues. He says she's been losing weight. I wonder if it's actually just causing
She's all corked up.
serious issues.
Yeah, because I think with the whole thing of like cellulose and like the Subway breads, people go like cellulose. Well, cellulose is found in sawdust. It's not like, I don't think Subway is dumping actual sawdust in. It's just like it's derived from that.
Well, these are the dangers that people have when everyone thinks they're a doctor, right? It's like
That's a good point.
Look, man, you don't understand this shit. You're not he's clearly not a nutritionist. He's not a doctor. He's not even a fitness trainer or anything. And he's trying to make all these executive decisions over her health. And his only measurement is weight, which is not an accurate measurement of health.
That's the thing
and
too.
so
Yeah.
he's so clearly, obviously focused on.
Yeah,
I want my girlfriend to be hotter.
He's just poisoning her.
He's truly a monster.
Creepy.
Well, beyond asshole, actual terrifying man. If that woman watches these stories, run. I hope someone tells her. God damn.
I'll do it.
Am I the asshole for adding olive oil to my girlfriend's meals?
Oh no.
What?
Oh no, I think I know where this is going.
Really?
I feel like we've seen these guys before.
Okay.
Oh.
I, a 24-year-old male, have been with my girlfriend, Mari, a 22-year-old woman, for 2 years. Mari is a fitness buff. She's all about healthy eating, exercise, and weightlifting, and I love that about her. The problem started a few months ago. Mari used to have really bad body image problems around when we first started going out. It was harmful, bad for her, and bad for her mind. She's taken incredible strides to fix her body image problems, such as therapy and slowly incorporating more food into her meals. She hasn't had a flare-up of those problems for the last year, and I am very proud of her. However, as of late, I feel that her body image problems have flared up with some changes in her lifestyle. She wakes up at 5 a.m. every day to go on a run, her portions are considerably smaller, and she goes weightlifting 5 days a week with Pilates on the other 2. To me, it seemed that her intense and strict regimen was from her body image problems, because she's shed off the curves she gained when she started her recovery. I really liked her curves, and she's become rather lean now. I voiced my concerns to her, and she told me that she's currently on a cut following her bulk. This is where I might be the asshole. I was still very worried about her, so I started sneaking olive oil into her meals. I do a majority of the cooking, but she preps the ingredients for her meals, weighs and measures for macros in her tracking app. She isn't allergic or anything, but I've been adding enough to add a considerable amount of extra calories. This has been going on for about 3 months, and she's frustrated that she's plateaued in her progress and even gained a bit of weight. That is until she found the empty olive oil bottles in the garbage bin. Mari does the grocery shopping, and she asked me about the bottles. There were about 5 from this week.
Oh my God.
That is so much. God, their toilet must be insane.
I just love the plural bottles. And
5
5?
bottles? Because she does not recall buying or even seeing olive oil in our cabinets. I usually sneak the bottles off to dispose of them, but hadn't had the chance. So I came clean and told her that when I cook, I add some olive oil and just didn't tell her. She got very upset with me and asked why I would do that. I told her that I voiced my concern about her fitness obsession many times, but she brushed me off. So as her partner, I took measures into my own hands. She's currently staying at her sister's. How I saw it was that I was protecting my partner from another downward spiral. But my brother, who is a gym rat, said that I was an ass for doing that to her, regardless of my concerns. Am I the asshole? Edit, the bottles are really small. I wasn't forcing her to suck back a 500 milliliter bottle daily. I do believe as well that 2 of the empty bottles were left over from the last time. Still.
Dude, if you're
Called
gonna
it.
if you're gonna sneak olive oil in, what else are you gonna sneak into her food?
Yeah.
That's controlling as F.
yeah.
This is the flip side of, I mean, the other one was arguably worse, but we had the guy who was putting sawdust in his.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking
What?
of.
But this is not the first time that we've had boyfriends trying to like with their partner's food.
Well, and the major tell is, and he only hit it in there in one sentence, was he was like, I really liked her curves, and now they're going away. And it's like,
Yes.
oh, okay, this is a you thing. Like, this is you.
Absolutely.
And you're like, I'm gonna take her health into my hands, and also not tell her. And also think about, like, then she's gonna be questioning her diet and probably trying to cut in other places.
And then flare up even more.
Yeah.
Yeah. No, that's.
This makes me crazy.
She will probably break up with him because if she hasn't, in this story, broken up with him, because how frustrating is that? Because, you know, you can question like whether it's healthy or not to be working out that amount. But she is putting in that work, and she's been frustrated for months at like not seeing the results that she's been putting in. Her partner was sabotaging her work and not telling her. It's so insane.
How much olive oil are we talking?
A lot of olive oil.
It's gotta be a.
All right.
It's gotta be a lot.
Let's see if there's answers in the comments here. You're the asshole. Huge. This only hurts her and will likely make an unhealthy relationship she has with food even worse.
Yep.
In the comments, he says he only adds 3 to 4 tablespoons-ish per meal. That's a lot. And he puts it in her protein shake too. Oh. They don't recommend more than 1 to 2-ish tablespoons a day for olive oil, so he's at least tripling the recommended amount. Protein shake and dinner, more if he's doing this to lunches and snacks. And excess olive oil can cause diarrhea, acne, rashes, and if he's using too much, it can actually possibly trash your kidneys or cause low blood pressure that can lead to fainting. And that's in addition to sabotaging her mental health and setting her back in her recovery. And now she'll have trust issues with people, or maybe just boyfriends. Handling her food. Jesus fucking Christ. Lastly, someone said, did it ever occur to you that the next step for her could have been cutting calories even more? You might have endangered her to relapse into unhealthy habits. She wanted to be leaner, and you manipulated her diet to make her gain weight. Because why? You like her more curvy? How about supporting her for making healthier choices and being proud of her? You deliberately sabotaged her. I'm concerned for your relationship, but even more for her mental health. You're the asshole, my dude.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I just looked it up. 4 tablespoons of olive oil is almost 500 calories. That he's
It's an absurd amount. No, for like, I meal prep for my whole week, and when I'm like meal prepping for my whole week, I'm using less than 4 tablespoons of olive oil. So that's like a week of olive oil.
Yeah.
He's also putting in a protein shake, so it's not even being cooked.
That's disgusting.
It's not even being cooked. Like, it's not like, there's none of it's burning off. That's just pure olive oil in that. That's disgusting. It's a lot. It's too much of a daily amount.
I hate to compare this to murder, but I'm gonna, because so many partners sneak in little bits of like poison into their partner's food to slowly kill them. I know that sounds insane, but if you can sneak something into someone's food for that many months because you want to have power over them to do something you want, I mean, that's like it's a gateway drug. Olive oil.
Also, it's so vulnerable. It's so vulnerable to be like, hey, I was slipping in something that you are putting in your body. Like, that's just
insane.
It's scary.
And also, like, it's so weird because, like, this is something that maybe could have been overcome with like a single conversation about like, hey, like, I'm concerned about your health.
Yeah.
You say you're cutting, blah, 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 blah. Like, you can have a conversation about it, and then maybe you could figure something out.
And he did talk to her. I voiced my concerns, and she told me that she's currently on a cut following her bulk, which is a thing people do.
Yeah.
I mean, he doesn't really talk extensively of feeling like, I think she's in danger. I think her body's in danger. He mentions the curves. He mentioned, like, I think my theory, and I mean, we don't know these people, but my theory, same with the other stories we've gotten, is like, no, you wanted to control her body.
He's way less safe.
You are more attracted. You want her body to look a way that is more attractive to you.
He wants control over her.
Yeah, but you don't get to control people's bodies. And also, even if she did have a severe problem, even if it was dangerous, and people were like, "Oh man, this."
Get a professional.
But you don't do this.
No.
This isn't going to help. Like that is a psychological. Weird. It's a psychological thing, and if you don't treat the psychological aspect of it, you're not fixing it. Verdict is asshole.
Def.
Not surprised.
Yeah.
Any story of someone manipulating someone's food and not telling them, immediate asshole.
Yep.
Yeah.
No matter what it is.
For results that they want
Yeah, no matter what.
or they think the partner wants.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right.
Well, maybe better than the sawdust guy.
Oh, better than sawdust, but that's a real low bar. Okay, so we think that guy's worse than the dad. I trust that. That guy's like a poisoner from Game of Thrones.
Yes, exactly.
He's Littlefinger.
Yeah.
All right, next story. Am I the asshole for flirting with 19-year-old girls and defending myself when being called a predator?
How old are you, bro?
Yeah, how old, bro?
Say how old you are, bro.
I'm 31.
Yep.
And recently ended a long-term relationship. I was broken. I recently went to this cool restaurant/bar downtown with one of my buddies to have a good time. Anyone of any age can come in. While we were there, there was a girl who was celebrating her 19th birthday. They sang happy birthday and they were allowed an outside cake with 19 on it. The birthday girl was pretty, so I wanted to go chat her up. Her friends were super cute too. My buddy told me to leave them alone and that they looked like babies. He didn't want to go over at first, but since the breakup, every other woman but my ex has been invisible, so he went to wingman with me. We walked over and wished her a happy birthday. I thought things were going well and the women were laughing. Then all of a sudden, one of the girls snaps at me to take a f***ing hint, R. Kelly.
Oh!
I was taken aback and just said, "Excuse me?" She said to read the room and that they were uncomfortable. Another asked us to go away. I was going to go, but I was really bothered by the R. Kelly comment.
Oh no.
I said it's
around.
I said it's f***ed up to call me a predator when we were all adults here. My buddy wanted to leave, but I stood my ground. The birthday woman said that it didn't matter. It's weird for someone my age to hit on them, especially when they make it obvious that they are uncomfortable. I apologize for making them uncomfortable, but that didn't give them the right to call me a predator. One of the women said it was a personal problem. I said that adults are allowed to hit on other adults. It's not a crime. One woman just asked why I was still standing there and yelled at me to go away.
Yes.
I was pissed off, and when I left, their entire table was singing Ignition and laughing their asses off. I was furious and humiliated. When we sat back down, I was seething. My buddy said that it was my fault for not seeing the signs that they were uncomfortable. To him, it was obvious, so he wanted to go. He called me delusional. I pointed out that they were laughing, and he said it was just uncomfortable laughter. I told him that I had every right to be mad about being called a predator when they were all 18 to 19. It's a horrible accusation to make. My ex was 6 years older than me. He said that they weren't calling me a predator, just weird for going for teens. He said it was wrong of them to sing after me and that was bullying, but I should have left long before that. I felt like he should have stuck up for me. Was I wrong for sticking up for me or for hitting on them in the first place? I was respectful and not creepy at all, too. Edit. For the record, I do date women my age and older. This was the first time I approached much younger women.
I can't. This is exactly the type of guy who asks you out and you go, "Oh no, thank you," and then they're like, "The fuck?
What the f?
You're a bitch." And then they're like, "Excuse me, can you go?" And it's like, "No, I'm pissed." And then they stay. Dude.
That's the most insane thing, like, where it was like the moment they were like, "Take a hint, like, we don't want you here." And then you stay after that, like
I know, man.
It's because he's embarrassed and his
Get
pride
out the clown
made
makeup.
him stay.
It's wild. It's
Even
also
his friend.
It's also like they're celebrating a birthday.
Yeah.
Even if the cake said 30, I'd be like, oh well, I'm not going to go up
They're
and bother
busy.
them. They're celebrating a birthday right now. Like, don't bother them.
He was like, I deserve to have this.
Yeah.
I deserve. Every woman's been invisible to me, so I deserve to go up to these, ladies and talk to them. It's like, that's where you're wrong. It is not your God-given right to have any woman go, yes? Like, no, bro. Like, her friends were ballsy as hell. Like, ballsy. R. Kelly's a little much.
And it definitely sounded like, and the whole, like, they were laughing and everything. It was like, oh no, they were doing the kind of like awkward laugh of like trying to diffuse a situation.
But look, man, he also entered the gladiator arena of people who are going to make you, like, insult you better than anyone.
Oh.
Sure.
18 and 19-year-olds?
19?
Yeah.
You're dead.
Devastating.
Born and raised on TikTok.
Roasted.
They're singing Ignition at you?
Roasted.
I didn't even know 19-year-olds knew Ignition.
They know the remix to Ignition.
They know. Yeah. Yeah, they do. You can't hide from that.
Killed Eric with that one.
So good. No, they
like-
watch the documentaries. They know exactly what's going on.
Yeah, no.
They're like deep in the Me Too movement.
There's no context where I'm gonna willingly talk to teenagers because I'm scared of them. Because they're gonna make fun of me.
They will rip you apart.
They're gonna make fun of me, and it's gonna hurt. It's that John Mulaney joke of like, there's nobody in the world who can like find your weakness like a teenager.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Totally.
Also, it's like your own friend was like, bro, that was your fault.
Yeah, your friend is like, you're delusional.
And he's like, no, I'm gonna stay.
He's actually truly being your wingman right now by telling you you're being delusional and being creepy.
Exactly.
He's being your wingman in that way.
Yeah.
Sometimes a wingman has to do that.
Yeah.
Emily makes a great point. He referred to her as the birthday woman
Yeah.
in this post, which he definitely, I know know that he was typing out and he wrote birthday girl.
Woman.
Back.
It's
birthday woman.
But like, hey, birthday girl, nice cake.
It's giving Matt Gates.
Yep. This guy really puts the Reddit and Predator.
Oh.
Nice. That's a strike.
Thanks.
Bogey.
Edit. Okay. Verdict. Asshole. Not surprising. There's an edit that he wrote.
He's like, wait, hold on.
All right, guys, I get it. I let my pride get in the way of things here. Can't fix it. We'll do better next time.
Okay, do better.
Let's see what these comments are, because you know he's
great.
about to be ripped apart. You're the asshole for being creepy, not taking a hint, and arguing about it to women who asked you to leave. You're upset about being called a predator, but don't seem to care that your inappropriate behavior made a group of women in public feel uncomfortable. Someone else said, he is extra you're the asshole for standing his ground when they asked him to leave. What did he think would happen? They would admire his persistence and realize they were wrong all along and he was actually a nice guy who they should all sleep with? Someone else said, you're the asshole. The fact that both the girls and your friend easily recognized that it was creepy to hit on her should tell you that it wasn't okay.
Okay.
He wrote this all out thinking he was right.
It is kind of funny imagining him like winning them over in an argument and be like,
Yeah.
yeah.
I did it. And they're like, okay,
No,
can you
he
go
was-
now?
Update.
Stop.
They're dating now. Stop.
Update.
What's that face?
What's
What does
that
mean?
face?
What does that mean, Shane?
It's not his update. It's hers.
Yes! Let's go!
That was so cool. That was awesome.
Yeah.
I call that the messy. I don't know if he
I'm
does
the
that.
Lionel Messi of Reddit, they say.
Yeah.
God.
I don't know if he does that. I've never watched football.
Football.
Our football fans watching are pissed off. Or they're like, hey,
Does Messi do the wings?
Ian knows ball.
Does Messi do the wings when he scores?
I don't know if
I
he
think
does.
they all kind of do the wings.
Yeah.
That you run and you do the slide.
Yeah, you just the slide with the wings.
And you slide forever.
That's a good move.
Yeah.
That's a Messi.
Anyways,
I can't do that on this what do you call this material?
This is
Jute.
jute.
Yeah, I can't do.
I knew
can't-
that.
I can't knee slide on jute.
Jute rug. Big
Okay.
thing.
Yeah,
Big
big
deal.
thing. Was huge in the 2010s.
Yeah.
update from the 19-year-old girl.
Get out of here.
I have never had a Reddit account before, but my journalism TA showed us it, and sometimes I'll just check the front page for news. Earlier, I saw a post up there that basically described my birthday dinner like 3 weeks ago. At first, I didn't give a but now I just felt the need to clarify a few things, even though I know most people called him an asshole. Some people got angry about the R. Kelly comment and singing Ignition. Was it mean? Yes, but I'm done being nice to creeps. This was not a bar. It was a bar and grill, but it was mainly a restaurant that just happened to serve drinks. We were sitting near a family, so we weren't in a setting where people go to get hit on. We were minding our business and keeping in the corner booth.
Yeah.
He came and wished me a happy birthday. I said thanks, and we all went back to our conversation. I did appreciate being told happy birthday, but he stuck around. We laughed uncomfortably and went back to our conversation. He stuck around and kept interrupting us. Each time he said something, we nodded and then turned our backs to him. We said thank you, bye, a few times, but he was still standing there talking to us. His friend kept finding excuses to leave. I was I was annoyed, uncomfortable, and disgusted, but I gave him a respectful, okay, have a good night. Here's some cake for you to take home. But he grabbed the cake and sat down in our booth.
No.
He said, the night's not over yet.
Predator! Behavior.
Brother,
Then my friend just snapped, and if she didn't, I was going to. When she called him R. Kelly, she wasn't accusing him of being a pedo, but a creep. 30-year-old guys who hit on us are creepy and disgust us. Point blank, period. We were nice the entire time, and I even gave them a million hints and cake for the road. His friend was even finding reasons for them to leave. Then he had the audacity to stand there and fight us on it. I told him that he was way too old for us, and it was creepy from the start. When he left, we started singing Ignition among ourselves, not singing it after him. It's a throwback that our parents put us on. Instead of crying over our night being ruined by a creep, we turned it into a fun moment with karaoke. P.S. When he asked us our age and gave us his, we became a million times more uncomfortable. Guy was 30 trying to get with 18-year-olds at a birthday dinner. We are used to old men bothering us, and it's always gross. To the if he wasn't ugly crowd, he was a decent-looking fit guy. If I never met him, I'd set him up with my aunt. But he was in his 30s, and that is way too old. This isn't porn, and I haven't met a single girl desperate for a 30-year-old divorced dick. Being called legal is demeaning. Everything about it was sickening. When he came over, announced his age, then asked us ours, I almost yacked. It was like he was IDing us at a family restaurant. F*** out of here. I'm tired of having to be polite to guys who are creepy and disrespectful. Period.
Damn! Period. I would set you up with my aunt, bitch.
that was crazy.
That?
Hey, what if he commented underneath it being like, all right, so what's your aunt up
Yeah,
to?
literally.
How old's your aunt?
old's
22?
I
Great.
I was
Your
gonna
young
say,
aunt?
of course he left out the fact that, which most girls do, most women do, they're like, no thank you, have a good night.
Yeah.
No thank you, have a good night. Here's a piece of cake, good night. Like the amount of politeness that we have to f***ing do, and then you still, like, I love this 19-year-old. She just gave it to him. Like, damn.
She gave him cake.
A corner booth? That's
Well, because when he said I went to a bar and all ages are there, I was like, I don't think that's how
That's not
bars
possible.
usually
Yeah, dude.
work. It was a fucking Applebee's.
You're telegraphing it.
this is so good.
That's
insane.
He sat down and said, the night's not over yet.
Which is very scary.
Extremely scary. I mean, he's lucky they didn't like call like the staff on him.
Right.
Like they
Yeah.
were being so nice to him.
Yeah.
Whew.
Yeah, because you're just trying to de-escalate a weird situation.
Which I know is like, because
Come
they're
on.
terrified of him. Like,
And clearly, like he
You
made
up
a
with
whole.
my aunt. I love these girls.
Yeah, that's
I am loving it.
oh, brutal.
That's
You know
awesome.
he saw this too.
And he's like, aunt.
Aunt.
And he's like, she said I was fit, so like clearly she was into me, you know?
Yeah.
Oh yeah, you said I was fit?
Yeah. It was clearly she thought I was hot, so it's just like she was probably embarrassed in front of her friends.
Yeah.
Yeah. Totally.
It is crazy though that he saw that he like eagle-eyed the 19 on the
19.
cake and was like, let's go.
Which meant some of them were 18.
Yes.
Sure.
No, and I mean, I feel like my point was proven. That final paragraph, devastating.
Yeah.
She annihilated him.
Oh, 100%.
If he read this, he's dust.
And I love that she said, my journalist TA. Honey, she's in school. Get your ass home.
And she's new to college.
Divorced dick.
Yeah.
Oh, I love
brutal. All right. Our next one. I don't know if anything can beat that.
These are so good,
That was
by
savage.
And we're going to Disney World after this.
the way. No, oh yeah, okay, I can do it. My neck's fine.
Oh, wait.
Oh wait, that's crazy. I got it.
Okay. Our next story. This comes from Relationship Advice. Am I the asshole for breaking up with my girlfriend because of a caught cheating prank?
Remember those shows? Caught cheating?
Oh, cheaters? 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 Is that what it's called?
A lot
think
of
he
our
got- I
audience
think
probably
that
has
guy got-
no idea what that is.
I think the show ended when he got stabbed.
Oh yeah, I think so.
Yeah.
We call that a throwback, just like Ignition.
Yeah.
Yeah. I, a 26-year-old man, broke up with my girlfriend, 25-year-old woman, of 2 years because of something that happened recently, and now my friends are saying I massively overreacted.
If this was all done for a TikTok, I'm gonna be
You know it was.
livid.
So a few days ago, my girlfriend and a close mutual friend decided to play a prank on me. The prank was that they filmed a scenario where I caught them in bed together, pretending they were hooking up. They set up a hidden camera in the bedroom, and when I walked in, I saw him in just boxers and my girlfriend in a bra and panties, straddling him, acting like they were mid-hookup. To make it more realistic, they even made some noises and tried to act like it was happening for real. I was shocked, furious, and immediately confronted them as I thought it was real at first, like an actual betrayal. And then I walked out of the room and started leaving the house when they followed me screaming it was just a prank and then showed me the video they'd been recording. To be honest, I felt completely betrayed, not just by the idea of the prank, but also because of how they had gotten undressed to film it. I know it's meant to be funny to some people, but for me, it felt disrespectful and I was hurt. The whole thing felt like a violation of trust, even though I know they weren't actually cheating. I told her I couldn't be in a relationship with someone who would do something like that, and I ended things right there. She's devastated, and our friends have been telling me I overreacted. They think it was just a harmless prank and I should have taken it better. But I can't shake the feeling that it crossed a line for me, especially with how intimate and uncomfortable it felt to see them in that situation, even if it wasn't real. Now I'm left wondering if I made the right decision. I'm starting to doubt myself because everyone else seems to think I blew it out of proportion.
What benefit does she get from doing that prank?
The views, bro.
There's a lot of people who do a lot of stuff on social media where I ask that
know.
question. People,
I don't think he's overreacting.
No, my God, no.
No.
Like if you were in that relationship and they were like simulating sex as a joke,
They're like,
Like-
that's a prank.
that's weird.
But you still straddled that person half naked who's my friend.
It reminds me of a question that gets asked around this office a lot, which is, what is a prank? And
Yeah.
it's kind of like trippy when you
Some
think about it.
people
You're
don't know.
like, what is
What
a prank?
is a prank?
What is a prank? And to me, a prank is supposed to be kind of like a joke that you pull on someone that does give them a rush of some emotion, but it's ultimately supposed to end in them laughing, and it's supposed to be fun for the person you're pranking. If the person you prank doesn't like the prank, then it wasn't a prank.
It wasn't a
You
prank.
actually just with them in a
You
way
just
that...
with them.
And I think you should know the person you're pranking well enough to know what's going to work and what's not. Because there are videos of people pulling off pranks on people where the person laughs their ass off.
Yeah.
And those are awesome, right?
Those are fun. I mean, like punked and stuff, like sometimes they cross the line a lot.
Punks cross the line. But I think all of them knew. I think
The only
think so,
shows,
too.
the only ones that get a pass for me, the mean pranks, are the Japanese ones.
those are hilarious, unfortunately.
Like they get in the porta potty and all
and
the
it
walls go down.
launches them out, yeah.
Or, launches them onto the lake and they're like holding onto the porta potty while they're like.
There's ones where they would get into a porta potty and it would like flip backward and they're at the top of a ski slope
Yeah.
and they're just going down.
Oh, wait, I need to see this.
Oh, they're
Japanese
great.
prank shows are ruthless.
Yeah.
But here's the thing with those, that has nothing to do with their partner having sex with their best friend.
No.
You know what? Fair.
They're going down a ski mountain. Fine. It didn't involve their whole fucking life.
Yeah, but their pants are down.
Like, and they go down to the bottom of the ski mountain and the wife and the best friend are like, oh, and also we're here.
Wait, I'm sorry. It has me thinking of my all-time favorite. This is old school, where they would wait till people were walking down an alley by
Yes.
themselves, and they would have a crowd of people sprint the opposite way, screaming, and the people would always be like, and they would start running too. It was awesome.
Yeah.
That's funny.
But also devastating.
Again, your wife and your best friend are not
Again, this is different.
again.
I also think people need to know, and we say this as people who make content on YouTube, you're gonna try to make a prank and you're gonna film it. Know that most of the people who do prank content on YouTube, that it's all fake.
Yep.
It's
The person
so
they're pranking
fake.
knows that it's all fake.
Yeah.
So fake.
Don't
Unless they're scaring them. Those are my favorite. When they're like coming around the corner and they're scaring them a lot.
like scare tactics.
yeah. Oh,
That shit was,
that shit was f***ed up.
unfortunately, I was entertained by that.
Yeah, me too.
But it's wrong.
But it's
So
wrong.
you're right. Like
That's wrong.
cheating pranks like
The
go
cheating
all,
prank is
all the way back
crazy.
to like the prank
Yeah.
sort of golden
Yeah.
era on YouTube, which totally sucked. But it was like, yeah, there was a lot of those cheating pranks, and it was
They're
obviously
so
fake.
Verdict, not the asshole. Comments, not the asshole. How does your girlfriend of 2 years not know you well enough to know what you'd find funny? Like, even if you prank all the time with each other, she should know you and what you would find actually funny. If you're not laughing, it's not actually a prank. It's just them hurting you and then blaming you for being hurt. OP responded saying, yep, I told her that. She says she wanted to try something new and unexpected and didn't think I would feel so strongly about it.
What?
Well, you don't know your boyfriend that well.
No.
Someone else said, so two adults who were comfortable enough being in their underwear together and assuming a sex position think you are overreacting? OP responded, I can't make it make sense either. You made the right decision. Other people don't get to decide what sort of prank goes past your line for pranks. If your ex-girlfriend really was devastated, maybe she'll learn that trying to pull elaborate pranks can backfire on her and she won't do it to other people in the future. Not the asshole. Update.
Yes.
Ooh. My ex-girlfriend was really upset with all the hate she received online and blamed me for painting her in a bad light. I told her I did no such thing. She just didn't like that she got called out and on her behavior. The mutual friend who was part of the prank is now also pissed off at me and saying I went way overboard. I told them both to f*** off and have blocked their numbers. Our friends have since started taking this more seriously after reading some of the comments on here, with a few taking my side and saying what my girlfriend and the friend did was horrible. Others still think this was all unnecessary and I should have just laughed it off and moved on. No.
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 No, what they did was just, it was like, really? Like, why? It was just dumb and insensitive. And then also to be like, how dare you make me look like an idiot? It's like, you made me look like an idiot.
Yeah. The whole point of the video that you were also filming without my permission was supposed to make me look, I was the focus of this video I didn't know I was going to be in.
Right.
That alone. Yeah.
I just can't stop picturing someone in a porta potty going down a ski slope and then having them have sex.
I mean, I would show.
At the end of the ski slope is his wife and some guy.
With divorce papers.
Were you tricked?
Oh, pranked!
Yeah, pranked. He's like, what? He's
With divorce
awful.
papers and a DNA test that shows that the son is not his.
Yeah, exactly. And he's like, what son? And she's like, pranked. She just really goes too hard.
God dang.
Yeah, that's bad. He did the right thing.
He did the right thing. Our final story. This story was covered on Two Hot Takes on an episode that Courtney was in.
Ooh.
So Courtney's take is out there, and now it's time for our takes.
Ooh, our
It's
takes.
time for 3 hot takes.
Ooh, did you just call us all hot?
No, our takes are hot.
Oh.
Sorry.
Sucks. We're all in our 30s. It's okay. Well, you're... Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm kidding.
And you're...
No.
19?
I'm actually not. Yeah, baby. Yeah. Let's go. Let's run with that. Let's do it.
Am I the asshole for telling my heavily pregnant friend her fiance was in a documentary? So this was posted only 2 weeks ago, as of today. Okay, it's currently 4 a.m. and I feel so guilty right now I can't sleep. So myself and a few girlfriends decided to watch a documentary that's been trending. Not gonna lie, I was expecting a documentary showing a human side of a certain person, but yeah, as anyone who has watched the documentary knows what it was. So the documentary that OP is referring to was the 1000 Men and Me, the Bonnie Blue story where an OnlyFans adult content creator, Bonnie Blue, had sex with 1,057 men in 12 hours. The event was fully recorded and the footage is shown in the documentary. On to the issue. My friend's fiance was one of the 1,000. I wasn't the first person to notice. 2 other friends were the first to notice. I didn't believe it at first, but with a second watch, it was definitely him. Even though his face was covered, the body shape and especially the tattoos were undeniable. We debated till the early hours of the morning if we should tell her or wait because she's 8 months pregnant. But in my opinion, if someone cheats like that, it's not their first time. And I'd rather lose her friendship for telling straight away than her finding out I knew and hid it. Because let's be real, when you tell someone news like that, there's a huge chance they'll hate you, not the cheater. So this Sunday morning, I asked my friends to meet up to talk. I showed her the evidence, and the minute she looked at the picture, she knew it was him and broke down. I expected her to be angry at me, but she thanked me for being honest, as multiple people have hinted that she should watch the documentary instead of being upfront like I was.
Oh.
No!
God. Wait. What? Why can't you just try telling her first?
No,
Like,
don't tell her. Let her watch her husband have sex with
Hey,
this
you
person.
should check
this out.
That is.
Come
like,
on.
So
That's
messed up.
That's making an excuse for your cowardice.
Right.
It's like
Right. I mean, I think it was right for her to tell her friend. Obviously,
It was right for her to tell her
absolutely,
friend.
Yes.
Tell. We don't need it. That's one of those things where maybe tell, don't show.
I think I agree, because I think there's many situations where it's like, oh, there was video of your boyfriend at the club making out with someone. It's like, oh, show her the evidence and stuff. It's like, no, you can just tell her. She doesn't need to watch that shit.
Yeah.
And then if she doesn't believe you,
Then if you need
then
to.
you can go, look, it's there, but you probably don't want to see it.
Or worst case scenario, just take a screenshot that's like of him that doesn't show like stuff
full action.
going on.
Yeah.
Sure.
Like be like, okay, trust me, there's no other video, there's no other content with this guy being naked.
Right.
I don't know. But also I'm like, did they have a documentary crew filming the porn crew?
Probably.
I have so
so.
many questions.
Probably. There's a lot of-
Did they greenlight the documentary
Probably a lot of layers
side
to
by
it.
side with? Wow.
I ended up driving her to her mom's house. I'm guessing she told her fiance I told her, because he has been blowing up my phone, calling me an evil little homewrecker who ruined not only his life, and calling me out on social media for trying to ruin his relationship and wanting his unborn daughter to grow up without a dad. My friends are angry with me for telling her straight away and not waiting till she had the baby in case the stress would cause issues to her health. I don't give two shits if I'm being honest about her fiance, but I feel so bad for putting my friend in this situation while heavily pregnant, and I'm worried if something does happen to her, it will be my fault. Maybe she would have watched it herself and found out on her own. Am I the asshole for telling my pregnant friend her fiance was in a documentary? Okay.
Well, there's no right time to accomplish
There's no right
this.
time.
Yeah.
I would also assume with something like that, there's been a lot of discourse about this on TikTok and Reddit and all over.
The documentary itself.
The documentary itself, I assume, you have to assume she's going to find out, right? This isn't like, oh, I saw your husband or your fiance at a restaurant and they were by themselves. Like, oh, maybe nobody else is going to know about this. This is,
A
no, there's a
widely known
published
documentary.
work
Yep.
out there.
Yeah, and like, you know, somebody's going for a record and you're gonna be like, oh, I'm gonna do this on the sly, and no one's going to find out?
Oh, there's
You
two
have
crews
noticeable
filming it?
There's noticeable tattoos.
Yeah, come on, man.
And he's acting like she's the one who ruined it.
evil
It's
little
like,
homewrecker.
you made a choice, man. You sat there. You probably waited for hours that day. Like,
Yeah, line out the door.
You
Just drinking
you probably
some
had
coffee,
8 hours
eating a
to
croissant.
sit there and go, what am I doing?
Right.
Yeah.
But you never stopped.
When they said that this obviously isn't his first time, that's so true.
oh my
You're
God.
not going to start there.
I feel like I want to see a documentary of those 1,000 guys and just like get like their thought process on like what they were thinking.
I think a fair thing to say regarding cheating in general is that you are also putting your partner at risk in a health way.
Yes.
And especially this, because it is effectively sleeping with 1,000 people.
Did they use protection?
I don't know.
Yeah, I haven't seen the
But
documentary.
it doesn't really matter to me. You sleep with one person, you sleep with one person, you don't know what
they've done.
Yeah, because he's sleeping with strangers, so he doesn't know the situation, and his wife is pregnant. Like, this is, I understand, so they bring up a concern that's valid of, like, being concerned about her health because she's 8 months pregnant.
Sure.
Her husband is not considering, or her fiance is not considering her health.
Right.
There's some context from the comments. OP says, our friend group is afraid that the stress would harm her as she has had issues during the pregnancy and suffers from panic attacks. If anything were to happen to her or the baby, I'd never forgive myself. I understand that. I think that's valid. I also agree that, like, it's like there's no good time.
There's no good time.
I don't know. I don't think, like, waiting for the baby to be born to that feels also messed up.
But I feel like there could have been a better way to like relay the information to her rather than just like, here's the video.
Yeah.
Well, she didn't show her the video.
Oh, she didn't. Oh, I thought she did.
No, so OP told her straight away. Her friends were saying, no, you should have just had her watch the video.
Oh.
Yeah, the friends were like, you should watch the video.
OP said, no, I want to just tell
you
her.
that. Yeah.
Oh, good.
So
good.
no,
Okay.
as far as we know, she showed her the evidence. So she showed her a picture.
Yeah.
She looked at the picture. She knew it was him and broke down. So there's a picture.
Okay.
But not watching more. But I don't know. That's a tough thing.
Damned if
It's
you do,
messy.
damned if
This
you
is
don't.
a horrible,
It's messy
horrible
regardless.
situation.
Yeah.
But to be clear, he's the one who made this situation.
Yeah. Exactly. Exactly.
She's now burdened with the knowledge, and I can't really fault someone for being like, I'm going to immediately go and tell you. Like that, we've read so many stories, and our takeaway so many times with knowledge of cheaters. It's like, yeah, go tell them, like right off the bat. Like that's really like that's your friend, like.
Yeah, and he puts, I mean, he puts the wife at risk. He puts the baby at risk. Like, I don't know if they use protection during all that stuff, but like sleeping with somebody that's sleeping with that many people, potentially getting something that you could give to the wife and the baby, like when the baby's delivered, like that's just like not good.
It's not good all around.
Smart.
No.
OP left a comment saying, they got engaged on Christmas Day and my friend would have found out around January she was pregnant. She didn't tell us till she was 3 months pregnant. Okay. Someone said, just to be clear, since the OP wasn't, the dude was in a porn video banging a random chick with 999 other guys, apparently while already with his fiance. I'm pretty sure this is cut and dry. Someone said, so apparently many people in her circle have seen this and recognized the jerk, all keeping silent and maybe hinting she watched. How would her watching and suddenly seeing her baby's father be part of this disgusting freak show have been less stressful? You are not the asshole. You had the courage to tell her what so many others were whispering behind her back. It's true that like many others, she may decide to stay. Even if that happens and she pulls away from you, you still did the right thing. Yeah, watching and being blindsided by that, you're
That would
watching
be crazy.
Like, oh my God.
That would be harder to deal with.
Yeah. Oh my God. You want to know.
Yeah.
Someone said, I'm 6 months pregnant and I would want to know. Someone said, not the asshole. He hid his face and didn't tell her because he knew he shouldn't do it. He's facing the consequences of his choices. I guess men were wearing ski masks to help obscure their identities in this.
Who wants to watch that?
Yeah. I mean, hey,
I don't know.
You're pregnant. Wouldn't you want to know?
That's true.
Yes.
There you go.
And
there you go. You heard it here. You heard it here, folks.
I would love to know for the sake of my child and
Our child.
Our child. I'm
thank
so
you.
sorry. Yeah, I forget.
Yeah.
Lastly, someone said he not only cheated, he did it in the most hideous way. What sort of STDs has he brought to his fiancée and unborn child? You are not the asshole. His behavior is particularly disgraceful, given the way he's gone straight to offense and blaming you to deflect from what he's done. I hope she doesn't take him back. Yeah, I don't know the logistics, but I don't think there's a safe way that happens. Like, that's 1,000 people.
It's not foolproof. That's
definitely
for sure.
not.
It's really
Something could slip through.
That's just about the most heinous way to cheat on somebody.
That's a type of cheating that I would think many people who cheat would go, oh, well, I'm not doing that.
Yeah.
Well, I'm not crazy.
It's the Godzilla of cheating.
They're like, how dare you? At least just find a motel.
Yeah.
Right.
And bang
I'm
your
a man
secretary.
of class.
Yeah. We've all heard about this video,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah.
I have heard about this, yes.
Yeah. Guinness was there.
We're all men of culture.
The Guinness person was there like,
He's like, Jesus Christ.
This one doesn't count.
yeah.
It is funny. There's like a
Watch
there's like
Challenge Bit, they're there too.
there's like a Guinness World Records like dispatch center. They're like, okay, you're gonna go to Smosh for this, and Jerry, you're going to the giant orgy.
Yeah.
He's like, yay.
Oh
I thought they would give me the most rubber bands on an arm.
Yeah. I'm in Iowa for biggest corn. Well, this corn here's
Like,
pretty
well.
big.
Wait.
Yeah. What?
There's an update, isn't there?
Update.
Oh my God!
1,000 updates.
Bonnie Blue weighs in.
It wasn't
She's
me.
like,
It wasn't me. It
total
wasn't me. It wasn't me. It wasn't me.
What I like about this story is that we're judging him. Like,
Yeah.
I feel like a lot of discourse I saw was focused on judging the woman in that video, but I'm like,
That's
it's
crazy.
1,000 guys. I'm like, what are they thinking? Like, what are they doing?
Let's look at that
here?
as well.
Update the next day. My friend's fiance wasn't the only one of our partners to do the lineup. Oh no.
Yes. Yes. Do they all just like live in the same town? She's like British, right? Is this in the UK?
I don't know.
I don't know.
I don't know.
Oh,
Yeah, I mean it's a small island, you know. Everyone knows everyone.
It's a small
can you
world ride at
imagine?
Disney, except it's horrific to look at.
Guys, get ready.
Okay.
OP writes, my boyfriend of 3 years was one.
Let's go! All right! Do you think they carpooled?
So was another friend's husband.
Stop! What are we doing, guys?
Okay, this is awful. These guys are idiots.
Oh no.
I don't want to see the sex. I want to see like the drive home,
Yeah.
where they're just all in the Jetta, just like.
Yeah. I like, it's either that or none of them knew they were going to be there, and they see each other in the ski mask. They're like, Jerry,
Steven?
Do you want to go
Don't
to
you have a
McDonald's
wife?
after this?
don't you have a wife?
God, what happens at
Okay.
the sexcation
Wow.
stays at the sexcation.
2 hours ago, he, OP's friend's fiance, posted screenshots of a group chat and photographic receipts no one could deny. Other men in relationships are involved. He said in the caption, I wasn't the only one there. Tags me, maybe check your man before coming for my relationship. Tags 5 other women. I'm not taking the blame alone and being seen as the bad guy, while tags the men did the same. There was a lot more said, but I stopped reading and just deleted my social media account and then blocked my now ex. I don't want to hear his explanation. I feel so humiliated and physically sick. I don't know how I'm going to face the coworkers or clients at work tomorrow. I wish I could just disappear. My phone is going crazy, so I'm going to turn it off, go take a long shower, then see if I can get any sleep for what I'm sure will be a hell tomorrow. Aww.
Dude, he really said, if I'm going down, I'm taking everyone down with me. That's wild.
But then it's like, well, good. I'm glad she initially said something.
Yeah.
Because she's, she got to end up like clearing out all the mines in the minefield.
No, she can't be like, I don't think she's upset that this all transpired, that this domino
Right.
effect
That's not.
happened.
I'm just like, well, I'm glad she did because now it's all out in the open.
But it is humiliating as
of course.
It really is the Godzilla of cheating.
It's
where
the Godzilla.
Because you're not only, you're cheating in like such a public way that it's like,
Right.
yeah, everyone's gonna know about this.
Mm-hmm.
They're gonna know I'm dating someone who did this without me knowing. And like, all right, dude, cool.
Yeah.
They should have had like a ski mask for like their whole body,
Ski body.
Ski
body.
Ski body. Skibbity toilet.
Well, we got there.
What's it called? The morph suits?
Yeah,
I could do a morph
dude.
suits.
But just
Can you
their
imagine
penises out.
1,000 guys in morph suits and they're just wieners are out?
And one mummy.
It's a funny image.
mummy.
One mummy.
Yeah, and one ninja.
Yeah.
Okay. If they all had Halloween costumes on, I might watch it.
That would be fun.
Cause it's like, oh, who's next? SpongeBob.
God.
And his nose. Never mind.
Yeah.
All right.
It's just so, okay, may I say, horrible update.
Horrible update.
Could I
That's-
just say absolutely horrible update?
you may.
One of the worst?
Sometimes you get updates where it takes a real nice turn for the
I know,
positive.
and that's
yeah.
what I love updates
That's what I thought was
for.
gonna
Man,
happen.
there's those ones where the updates get worse and worse, where we get more and more reveals.
Yeah. Damn. Is that where Five Guys Burgers and Fries got their name? That was a bad joke. That was a stupid joke.
5 burgers, 1 burger, 5 guys.
Hey, we got there again.
We figured it out.
We got there.
Comments. Honestly, he thought he was getting revenge when in reality he did all those women a big favor by exposing the rest of them.
Exactly.
Gotta love it when the trash takes itself out. Someone said, what a wild ride. I think OOP did the right thing by deleting her social media and taking time to herself. But what a horrible, horrible human being is this guy? I don't really know what to say. These guys, asterisks.
Yeah.
Someone said, radical concept. If you're in a committed monogamous relationship with a person, don't sleep with other people. It's not that hard. Jesus Christ. Bonus tip, don't film it. Someone said, I have never had an update knock me out of my chair this hard.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah. OP, it's strange to read a story where OP is not the subject matter. They're like, this is happening to my friend. And then they get dragged
it's
into
me
it.
too,
Oh,
yeah.
it's actually just as much me. These guys suck horribly. Wow. These are awful dudes.
Yeah.
Glad they got exposed. I don't
It just
know.
sucks again.
Just sucks. There's not really like any silver lining really out of this one.
I'm like, where did they find all these men?
LA casting.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's a thought I don't want to think too much, is just how many men were cheating on partners
Yes.
on that day.
Yes.
That's an aspect that I'm like, oh my God.
Right. Because we know it's got to be more than these 5 guys.
It's
And you know, like when they casted for that, they didn't care about
they
that.
don't care about anything.
Like
They're reaching a number, not a
1,000.
quality thing.
How big was that crafty table? 1,000 guys?
I feel like it was less of a production than you're imagining it being.
I highly doubt.
I don't think they had sun chips on a table.
I'm imagining they needed like a whole like Universal Studios soundstage.
They rent out
Like-
CBS for it.
Yeah, they like flew people in. Like
Steven Spielberg's like, let's take it again.
I'm
He's
just
got
thinking like
the rig. He's moving around.
yeah, you need like military level like logistics to
Drones.
pull this off. I feel like how do you feed 1,000 people? That's like it's a problem the Romans had, you know.
Very true.
I'm imagining the visual of like waiting in line for Santa.
Oh no!
Like
That's so funny.
like just because like you're just in the
Yeah,
spiral.
just this line. Yeah.
Oh, it's awful. I am so sorry, OP.
Yeah.
There's nothing to say to that one.
There isn't.
Sometimes
It's just
we read stories and we're just like,
damn.
I'm sorry. I'm sorry to well, aside from the men in this story, I'm sorry to everyone involved in this.
this all just makes me feel bad.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yep.
This is from Relationship Advice.
We got this.
We got this.
So good.
This is a 26-year-old woman. I left trip early because my boyfriend, who's 28, and his friends embarrassed me to tears. Oh. Okay, strap in because this is the most bizarre and embarrassing thing that has ever happened to me. Throwaway account, first-time poster, etc. So I went on a ski trip with my boyfriend and his friends. It's their annual trip and the first time I went. We've been together for 2 years. The group that goes is him and 5 of his friends, 4 guys and 1 girl, all late 20s. I've met 2 of the guys before, but the other 2 and the girl I've only met briefly over FaceTime. They knew I was coming on the trip, so they VRBO this house about 10 minutes from the ski resort.
Oh my God.
We are a few days in for this weekly trip and everything is fine. The only problem has been the bathroom doors don't seem to lock. Important for later. There had been some near embarrassing moments, but nothing major. Until day 4 of 7. I'm not a huge drinker, especially around people I don't know well. I wanted to just nurse a drink while we all talked and they drank. We haven't been eating the best and have pizza before this. My stomach was bothering me, so I excused myself to the bathroom on the main floor. I should have gone in the one upstairs, but you know what they say about hindsight. So I'm on the toilet, obviously taking a poop, when the doorknob starts to move. I am in here, but his female friend comes in anyway. I don't know if it is because it was me or she was too drunk to hear or care. She honestly smells what's going on and makes a big ruckus to the rest of the group that I'm pooping. I told her to please get out as calmly as I could because I was starting to get very upset. She was making a big deal over a normal bodily process. So she goes to leave the bathroom but basically throws open the bathroom door to do so. 3 of the 4 guys are there in the hallway and she's exposed me to them. Now I'm very upset and mortified. I yelled at her to get out and to shut the door behind her. They all are standing in the doorway and not listening to me. My boyfriend notices what is going on and comes into the bathroom. I think he's going to yell at his friends, but instead, the drunk asshole comments on how bad it smells in the bathroom. He leaves but doesn't take his friends with him. They continue to point and laugh while I'm in a vulnerable state. I think they were making potty jokes, all while I'm sat on the toilet, pants at my ankles, keeping my knees locked shut. I start screaming at this point to get the f*** out of the bathroom and shut the door over and over. I am actually crying at this point because I'm so mortified and I've never been in such a bizarre situation. My crying and screaming finally got the drunkard's attention. She shuts the door behind her. Now I'm breaking down in the bathroom. I'm still crying and trying to get sorted so I can be done and wash my hands and get the hell out of this room. While washing my hands, all I can think is that my boyfriend didn't help at all. I know they're drunk, but I don't think that's much of an excuse. They've just been drinking beer and I think he'd had 4 so far. I'm absolutely mortified and decided to just go into the bedroom. However, when I come out of the bathroom, still crying a bit by the way, all 6 of them start howling with laughter and pointing at me. It's like one of those crazy nightmares where everything seems more dramatic than real life should be. I just look at my boyfriend, meet his eyes and everything to show how upset I am and they don't stop. I go upstairs to our room and pack. I can't go 3 more days with these people and I don't want to sleep in the same bed as my drunk boyfriend. Drunk or not, they're being incredibly disrespectful and childish. I don't think I've ever been so embarrassed. I finish packing, change my flight to the next morning, and order an Uber to go to the airport hotel. I gather all of my things and walk downstairs to get my coat and leave. They all start laughing when I come back in the room, but boyfriend finally notices I have bags with me. I silently put my coat on. Boyfriend yells, "Where the f*** are you going?"
Airport is all I say. Now he is yelling and they're all yelling, saying it was just in good fun and I should lighten up. Have another beer, etc. No one apologizes, not even boyfriend. He just seems so mad that I'm leaving. I tell him I'll see him in a few days and walk out to my Uber. Once I'm finally in my hotel room later, I curl up in bed and cry. I definitely did not see this being the way my trip ended. Once I flew home the next morning and got back to my apartment, I had so many texts, missed calls, and voicemails from my boyfriend. They ranged from apologetic to angry to accusing, as if I did something wrong by going to the freaking bathroom. I haven't responded yet, and he comes home in 2 days. I haven't even read all of the texts because it got more upset. How the am I supposed to face these people again? It just seems like the most bizarre and surreal experience. I think I'm more upset that my boyfriend did nothing, even when I was screaming and crying. He didn't stop me from leaving. He didn't follow me out. He just yelled at me and asked me where the I was going. How could he not make sure I'm okay? Even now, I was upset enough to leave, and his texts that I did read are not supportive. No apology. Basically, I put a damper on the trip. I'm dramatic. It wasn't that bad, but I made a terrible impression with his friends. What about their impression of me? Because I'm having some pretty strong thoughts. Right now, I still have a boyfriend. That might be changing in a few days. I love him, but I do not like his reaction to all this. Why the am I getting blamed? I did not receive this type of deal breaker. What the
I mean, like, it's so funny because, like, I was thinking, and then she said it, like, this feels like one of those, like, nightmares.
Yes.
A legit, like,
I feel
she's
like
pooping, everyone look, and everyone's like, ha, ha, ha.
This truly sounds like the logic of like a sketch that we would write.
Yeah.
Where it's like, oh yeah, this is so insane, this would never happen in real life.
It's so bizarre. Like, and also, you know, when she was like, well, I love my boyfriend, I'm like, you've never met your boyfriend because that was your boyfriend. When you've had a few drinks and you're laughing along with your friends, like, that's your boyfriend right there. And I just, how could you ever get that trust back?
I do almost see a version where this could have been a funny moment for everybody, but she made it very clear that it wasn't.
Right.
And they didn't apologize. And I think it's one of those, like, it's almost like one of those, like, mob mentality moments. Like, when, like, everybody gets on board with something, it's, like, hard to, like, shift that sort of, like, thinking. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And, like, I mean, she has every right to be angry. And, like, I think the boyfriend at this point is probably embarrassed. Like, it's clear that he's, like, thinking more about himself of, like, how does this look for me, because now my girlfriend seems ridiculous and crazy. But it's like, yeah, she had every right to feel embarrassed. She was exposed.
That's the thing,
to a
like,
group
exposed
of
to a
people.
bunch of people, like, involuntarily. Like,
Yeah.
that's a huge violation.
Yeah, the girl like
Yeah.
enabled it.
So, like, yeah, which is absolutely so rough. And on top of that, like, to have the boyfriend use the specific phrasing of, like, where the are you going? That is such a, that is violent language to use against someone like that. And I don't care, like, I don't care if someone is making direct eye contact with you and making lava plops in the middle of the floor. Like, if they're like, I need help, you're just like, got it. Like, there needs to be a point of, like, there's no more joking. Like, when you're being tickled and you're about to throw up, you need to be like, stop. And eventually someone gets it. Like,
right.
Wow.
And he's known her for 2 years. He's been in a relationship with her for 2 years. He should know her comfort levels on things. Like, you know, they're not on the set of Jackass. Like, this is real life, and he should know that with people that she's just met for the first time, especially, like, this is not okay at all. She's making it very apparent.
Yeah, I see. I don't see this as something that, like, it's like, oh, you need to dump him. But I think this is a very big learning opportunity for this guy. And
I think you need to dump him.
We got a bunch of comments here. Someone said, F that guy. The fact that he wasn't furious with his asshole buddies invading your privacy shows his character. You weren't his girlfriend that night. You were their entertainment. Dump his ass and never look back. He obviously does not respect you. Someone else said, you know this relationship is over. He didn't have your back. Someone else said, okay, so I went through a similar situation, minus the poop, with my ex at his brother's birthday. It was a nightmare. Everyone else was making fun of me and getting f***ed up, and I was in the middle of nowhere, stuck with these people, and my boyfriend would only come to check on me, to tear down more and and yell at me, which meant I would hide more and cry, which would piss him off more. Repeat for 3 days as I had no way home. It won't get better. I don't know why I thought it might or why I didn't care more, but that relationship almost ruined me. Your partner should have your back. Otherwise, what's the point? Do what I wasn't brave enough to do and forget this guy. I do agree. This is like, it was just such a prolonged amount of him not caring about her. Like, so long. And like, even the days of all the texts and stuff not apologizing. It's like, you've had time to think about this.
Yeah.
You know, but
yeah, but I don't think he has. Do you know what I mean? Like, he's still with those people that are enabling that thinking.
But that would scare
Like,
me. That would scare me to be with someone who I'd be like, oh, if you're influenced by the right people, you could fuck me up. Like,
oh, for sure. Yeah. For sure.
So, but wait, what were you
I
gonna
was
say?
just gonna say also, like, you know, if he has been with her for 2 years and he hasn't, like, say for instance, let's give him the benefit of the doubt and he's like, I really didn't know she was mad. Like, that is a colossal problem, because after 2 years, you should know your partner's comfort level. You should know, you know, when they're joking around and when they're being like, I need your help.
Yeah.
And if you're still after 2 years being like, huh, like, that's not even a matter of like not having her back. Like, that is antagonistic. That is a problem. It's scary.
And at like 28. I don't know,
20,
man.
they're 28?
He's 28.
That's a man child. Get him out of there.
It is scary.
Push him into the pit.
So there's an update.
All right.
So
let's
see.
go.
Am I gonna like it?
He got back. Did they fix it?
He poops too to make it up to her.
She starts possible trigger warning: drug use. Okay, so boyfriend came home a day after I did. He called me before his flight and asked to come over to my apartment when he got back. I agreed. I needed a flipping explanation for their bizarre behavior before I could decide what to do in our relationship. He's been wonderful and respectful for 2 years, and then that? At that point, I decided I didn't want to see his friends again. They're unimportant to me. So he gets here, I let him in, and right away I see he is noticeably nervous and twitchy. He sits on my couch. I sit separately on my recliner. He blurts out, "Are we over?" Depends on what you have to say, unless you want it to be over. He says no before I finish. Okay then, so I tell him to explain what the happened. So he and his genius friends took LSD and shrooms. Female friend took shrooms only. The guys were a mix of both with alcohol. My boyfriend said he took LSD only. I flipped a bit. Why the didn't he tell me? What if one of them had a really bad reaction or trip? Shouldn't the one person who didn't take drugs know they did to be able to keep them safe? I've done it and I wouldn't have judged them. He knew I'd tried it in college and had a bad time, like nightmare fuel bad. No real answer on that. It is his decision to take something like that, but I am more upset that they weren't really safe about it. That wasn't okay to admit that. He agreed that was a dumb decision. He said it's been about 6 years since they last tried it. Asked him to explain his asshole behavior the next morning then. He says he and guy friends didn't remember the reality of what happened, but shocker, female friend B did. The bitch that she is laughed when explaining it later that afternoon. The guys were horrified. Boyfriend is rethinking friendship with her. I said I never want to see her again. Not an ultimatum, just a fact. So once he knew he was embarrassed and didn't want to apologize over phone or text, so he came home early. He took the time to get his itinerary and thoughts sorted, he says. He asked for my side of it, and I just let him read my first post. It was too hard to say. He gave me a huge hug after, apologizing between forehead and cheek kisses. We agreed to work through it. I could practically smell his relief. He thought I was done with him. I did too before we talked and got an explanation. We set boundaries, no secrets, even if we think the other is going to be upset. Better to talk through things than have issues later. My main sticking point was that I didn't want that be in our lives. The fact that she acted that way when she was mostly sober and could recant the entire thing while laughing is unacceptable. I don't know what kind of personality trait or disorder makes that possible, but I don't give a f***. She's disgusting.
I diagnose her as a pick-me.
Ding, 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 ding.
He understood and messaged the guys in front of me. He told them I was giving him a second chance, and he explained what happened. They asked if they could FaceTime us later to apologize. We said yes, but without B. They understood and agreed. Their apologies later that night were all very sweet and genuine. Boyfriend spoke with B a few days later and then blocked her, all while beside me. These last couple of months, he has really stepped up and shown me how important I am to him and how much he loves me. We've both upheld our side of the boundary of no secrets. It's actually been awesome to just talk through any issues, feelings, etc. We were great before this bizarre incident, but things are strangely better now. I wouldn't have thought that when I wrote my first post, we were talking about moving in with one another next year. B did try to reach out several times, but more so after my post was on TikTok. She was screaming that I needed to take it down. It's not like anybody has any idea who she is in real life, for f***'s sake, the drama. Boyfriend's friend group has all shut her out since the trip. Apparently, she's always had an excuse about why a new girlfriend of theirs didn't like her or misheard her. She's created more issues than they realized during their 14-year friendship. My boyfriend knows I have no issues with him having friends of any gender, but agrees we don't need her stereotypical female best friend behavior in our lives. I don't know if she has feelings for any of them or just likes their attention, but whatever it is, no longer my problem. I don't know if this is the update you hoped for or if you are all rooting for boyfriend to get dumped hard, but please know I'm genuinely happy with my outcome. Thanks for taking our own crazy trip with my story and update. Had to make light of it. You all have been wonderfully sweet and supportive. It was incredibly appreciated. Wow.
Yeah, I'm okay. So I don't feel so bad about my stance. They worked it out. I felt like they could.
I mean, sure. I guess I didn't predict that this was happening.
I didn't.
I went with her assumption of 4 beers, but I don't. To be fair, I don't know a ton about like what LSD and shrooms, how much that would affect your mental state where this situation would be handled. I can't speak to that.
Yeah, there's some serious dumbassery there. I don't know why you wouldn't.
I definitely do not like that they all took it and didn't.
So that's what I was going to say.
That's like crazy to me.
This doesn't absolve anything for me because there's a couple things that are majorly wrong with this. One, she did not consent to being in a room with a bunch of people who are on a little bit more hallucinogenic and heavy drugs. I'm not one to judge drug use. Do what you got to do safely, but this is. That's a lot to deal with. To be the only sober person in that scenario, that's a lot.
It's a big
responsibility. It's a huge responsibility.
Yeah. And if someone actually does get hurt and you've got to call medical authorities, it's what's going on? It's just I guess he fell down. They would need to know that. And thing number 2 is the fact that all of those friends together decided to do that and he just didn't tell the girlfriend. It says a lot about the relationship to me. It's she's a problem or a wet blanket or well, it's going to be a fun thing for we to do, but don't tell Bethica or it's just
super
there's
weird.
So much wrong with it there. Yeah. And the fact that he's he apologized and gave me a forehead kiss, I'm yuck, gross. I want to recoil at that. This is not even. I'm glad she's happy. I really am. And I'm trusting this adult to know what is best for herself. But it still doesn't sound safe. And just because that other girl was a huge problematic influence on these people doesn't mean they didn't still engage in this behavior time and time again. They're yeah, it's the typical female jealous best friend. It's okay, sure, she's rough. But 4 people got puppeted by that, I guess at best.
So we got some comments here. Oh man. Someone said, good luck wasting your years with him. Damn.
I mean, kind of.
Someone else said, so your partner got high with his buddies without cluing you in, mortifyingly embarrassed you, and pinned it all on a girl. Sounds like a charming group of guys. Yeah. Someone else said, OP, I've been on shrooms and LSD, and let me tell you, it doesn't wipe your memory. They all knew what happened. You especially remember when you are laughing hysterically and making a big deal about something. Nah, he and his friends ain't it. The last comment we have here is, this is literally an insane update. There is nothing in this world that would make me forgive anyone who interacted with me like that. Do you have difficult family members who you were often forced to forgive in order to live peacefully? If so, analyze if this is just that behavior being repeated. Being alone would be better than being with a man who so deeply disrespected you. Yeah, I also want to point out, in the original post, even after all of this, before this update, she still was I don't know, I love him, but I do not like his reaction to all this. So she still that wasn't the end of the line before she found out about all this drug use and everything. I do think I don't know. I tend to kind of side with these comments. And yes, she is an adult. She's allowed to make her own decisions.
Yeah.
She has every right to go about this as she wants.
But I mean, I agree with you that there's a lot to this. The original post was in March. The update is in July. So she's been saying for months things have felt way better. Maybe this is a very shitty thing to say. I am skeptical of what her idea of like, things are great.
Sure.
I'm just like,
tough,
man,
yeah.
like, I don't know. But we only have this story to go off of.
Yeah.
But it seems like all the comments are skeptical on it. And
Yeah, I mean, I think our relationship advice tends to lean towards everyone saying dump his ass.
Yeah.
And most of the time, like a lot of times these stories involve some form of abuse. In which case, I'm all for being like, that's abuse, that's an abuser, cut him out.
Yeah.
I'm like, this was a really shitty situation. This was extremely disrespectful. I think you can learn from something like that. And I think you can grow from something like that. To me, and this is obviously not my life, but I think it's something you can grow from and grow past.
I have a thought on that because I think it is very valid to like talk about wanting to learn from mistakes and grow. Like I think not just on this format, but like societally in general, when we hear something rough, we're just like, that's it, done. So I understand that there probably should be a path for redemption in a lot of cases, unless someone's safety is concerned.
Yeah.
I think though what that requires is accountability. And you would have to look at this situation and be like, what was actually wrong with this at its core? And I think that was a lot of what we were saying about like the disrespect that came from like not telling someone, yada, yada, yada. And it seems like the resolution of this was like, he's gonna be nicer and he's not hanging out with that mean girl anymore. He won't do drugs again, as opposed to like, no, you made the active choice to really mess with me and like put me in a very dangerous situation. Like that would have to be addressed and you'd have to grow from that. And if that ends up happening, great.
Because she doesn't list any like examples, but she just keeps saying like, we've had full honesty for months. They say this girl had been their friends for 14 years, so I'm assuming these are high school friends. So the excuse that I could see some people saying is like, they're falling into old habits, old high school habits. I still
boys club.
Yeah,
type.
and one girl. I think all I can say is if I was in this situation, it would be less about like, oh, you're bad and I need to dump you because you suck, and more that I'd just be like, I don't know if I can recover from this. Like, I don't know if I can mentally.
Yeah.
Now that's me saying my own personal reaction to these things. And also like the under the influence excuse is, I just don't buy it. And like, look, these people in the comments, like I said, I don't have personal experience, but a lot of people are saying like, hey, look, I've done shrooms and LSD and you don't forget things. Like he's lying to you. If he's saying you guys have full honesty and he's lying about that still, then he's lying about you guys being on this full honesty kick right now. Right. And that's, at the very least, I would say to her, I'd be like, at least, you guys are saying you have full honesty, but if something happens now, if something happens again, you need to walk.
He's on notice.
Yeah,
for sure. Oh yeah, I mean he's got to do a lot of work to
right.
get to regain trust.
Yes,
absolutely.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, anyway, that's
wow.
crazy.
That's a wild
bonkers.
He sounds like a dumbass. Like
he does sound stupid.
Yeah,
he does sound very stupid.
He just sounds like a dumbass.
There are definitely
not
a lot
that I'm
of
excusing his behavior, but he's a dumbass.
There are a lot of stories we read where it's like, okay, is their assholery exceeding their stupidity? Like which one is which one is leading the charge?
This is stupid.
There's like that philosophical theorem about like you should never assume malice when I think it's like ignorance or stupidity can like serve just as well. But then there's the addendum to that of like at a certain point, stupidity is indistinguishable from malice.
Yeah.
It's like, yeah, you might just be stupid, but you're still messing things up.
At a certain point, it also doesn't matter. Like, you're just like, this is someone that you're supposed to be relying on.
Yeah.
And that's scary.
That's somehow worse. It's like, oh, you're too stupid for me to have you be by my side.